she did, because I think in my head I was thinking, oh no, that means next week we're gonna have to do all of this and get to Neverwinter without Finch, like, being present. But I could be mistaken, but I don't know. It just, I feel like that was what I was going on in the back of my head.
Well, like I said, I'll give her now. I guess 3 more minutes. I'll give her 3 more minutes, and then we'll start everything up. We'll start up the thing. Oh boy, isn't this wild that this is like so? Actually, speaking of, I'm gonna start that right now. So I have made, or I'm going to make, I guess, a countdown timer until we next play Dungeons and Dragons, so that everyone can watch the seconds tick by, watch the seconds slowly fade away into nothingness, because we won't be playing for the next 2 weeks, gang. So. Yeah, I know. I'll never see you guys again.
It's gonna be me. I'm gonna sit there and watch it. I will sit there and watch it if you put it up.
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about it while it was after last session, and I put a reminder on my phone. Like, I wanted to make a timer that would count down until our next session from the end of this one. But I guess I'll do that now because I've got time.
How often will this timer update? Is it a daily or by minute?
It's just gonna be down on the.
By second.
It's just gonna be on the time and date website with animations, I guess. Let's pick a animation. Text only. We're just gonna do text only. I don't really want any animations. We're good. Unless, do you guys want Christmas, Easter, retirement, payday,
Retirement.
Oh man, so hard
Wedding.
to choose.
election, tax day,
Oh,
Corona lockdown. That's ours. Corona lockdown.
Yup.
Fall, summer, football. I think we'll just do text only.
I'm telling you now.
All the seasons, fall, summer, and football.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Countdown
have
timer.
2
genders.
monitors, and I'm gonna have one up, and it's gonna be on this monitor at all times.
I require picture proof
Of 2 monitors, or the fact that it's gonna be up all the time.
of the countdown
Oh,
that it will
yes.
be there.
Time until. So we're gonna be starting in January. What's the date we're playing on? January
I
7th.
demand the ability to watch someone else watch the countdown.
I'll just stream the countdown.
Yeah, you just have like.
Yes.
why click on the link to the countdown when you can click on the link to the stream of person?
Just watching it, yeah.
Eating your snacks. Being like, ah, 5 more days.
Start at 8 p.m. Stop countdown at 0. Just days, hour, weeks, days. So do we want days, hours, minutes, seconds, or do we want weeks, days, hours, minutes, seconds? What do we want, gang? I think we're gonna go with weeks. I think we're gonna have a week counter in there.
Yeah.
So, like, for seconds, it will be like 1,500,000 whatever thousand seconds left type of thing.
I don't know. I've never used this website. There. Oh, Where should our event be located? We'll say. Let's do Fort Wayne because that's where we're close enough to there. I'm close enough. That'll get me in the Eastern time zone. Bang. Dislike intrusive ads? Yeah, I do, but I don't really care enough to bother deleting them. There we go. All right. What? Okay, whatever. Smack bang. There you go. That's not it. That's until this session. That's until, when is it? Tomorrow? What? This isn't anything that I wanted. That wasn't at all what I wanted it to do. Thanks for nothing.
3 hours, 43 minutes,
Yeah.
and 28 seconds.
Yeah,
Wow,
thanks.
we're gonna have 2 sessions 2 days in a row.
Yeah, thanks for nothing.
Wow.
I know. I spoil you
Can't
guys.
believe it's 2022 already.
I spoil you guys. Alright, there we go. I want it to be text only. I just want generic, please. Hey! Not! What? Oh god. Now it's saying that there's 378 days until our D&D game. I don't even know how that's possible.
You need an adult to help you.
I feel like I do. But I think I got it this time. I think third time's a charm. Third time's a charm. I think we got it. And but yeah, there we go. This is the real one. There we go. So now, if you click on that, you'll know exactly how much time until our next D&D session after this one. Oh boy, what fun watching the 181,000, or no, I guess the 1,813,330 seconds tick by. Now you too can do
Yeah, I
that.
was pretty close. I said 1,500,000.
Hey, nice job,
Yeah.
man. Well, all right. With that out of the way, that was a major distraction I did not need to do. But how has everybody's week been? Good or bad?
What
Middle of the
happened
road.
this week?
Middle of the road. My week has been decent overall. I've been just kind of staying at home, getting ready for the holidays. I went Secret Santa shopping for my Secret Santa at work, and so I got somebody I had no. So his name is Charlie, right? And it's weird because we're both named Charlie, but he's like not at all like me in any way. So I don't know. I did not know at all what to get him. So I went with somebody else that was like that knew him a bit better, and just had them tell me what to buy, which I felt was not in the spirit of the thing. But I also thought I would not want to give them like something dumb that they wouldn't appreciate. So I have broken the spirit of Christmas. You can all heap your displeasure on me, but yes,
It's okay. Everyone knows that the spirit of Christmas is to win.
to win.
Do the best present.
That's the true meaning. The true meaning of Christmas is to come in first. That's the truth. Oh, all right. But with that out of the way, let me pull up my notes so that way we don't run amok. Have any problems here?
But that's my favorite way to run.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling we're gonna run amok even with my notes this session. I've got a feeling. I've got a hunch, a hunky dory. Yeah, I've got a hunky dory hunch that we're just gonna get into a scrape no matter what happens this session. But speaking of scrapes, who wants to tell me what happened last session?
We got to Red Larch. We went to the tavern on the left, I think. I forget the name off the top of my head.
You guys went to, I'll tell you the name. Give me
It was the
one.
one on the left.
The Singing Sword.
The Singing Sword.
Swinging sword, not singing.
No,
Swinging.
Swinging Sword. And Jack decided to talk up the bartender lady person, owner, about all of his greatness, while the rest of us were just like, meh. We went to our rooms for the night. Helio, Finch, and Vesper shared a room. Vesper got a little bit more information from Finch about Yahala and Neverwinter. And Finch asked her if everyone could go to the orphanage that she grew up in to speak with the Alda, the cleric, this lady that she trusts, to get, I guess, more information. And while she goes to visit the wizard who trained her, and then when we were about to go to sleep, or just finish talking so that Helio and Finch could learn the spells that they wanted to learn from each other. This great big amber thing fell from the sky and landed in the middle of this like cul-de-sac looking thing, and then everybody ran to it, and it turns out it was this like 4 foot by 4 foot big amber sphere with a dragon's eye inside that like didn't seem to understand any language that we could speak. Maybe a little bit of primordial, but that's about it. And then there was a smaller sphere with an ocarina inside of it that emits some sort of like radiant energy that when Vesper touched it, it hurt her, but it made her feel like she could take on the world and be like Lady Agatha and hand out justice. And it also made her little cursed features disappear just for a moment. And then the cleric of the town, what was her name? Tesnim. This Minotaur person was like, everyone get out of the way. You guys don't belong here. I'm in charge here. And then they covered up the sphere, and Helio and Liddy decided to go under it and check it out. And while we were trying to, Jack tried to, show off his badge in order to assert some sort of authority, but the cleric wasn't really having any of it. So Vesper tried to appeal to her, but in that moment, Helio was like, let's levitate this. So he levitates it, and then Finch threw a gust of wind at it, and it like went 60 feet. And then the cleric, Lady Tesnim, she dispelled the levitation, so it floated down to the ground 60 feet away. And then everyone started running, all the citizens, all the soldiers that woke up after Jack put them to sleep. Was that Jack who put them to sleep? Jack did sleep spell, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
Jack.
Yeah, so right now we're in the middle of chaos where everyone's running to the orb, and Helio and Liddy are on top of the tarp or still under it?
I think they're under it.
They're
but,
still under the tarp.
Yeah, you also forgot the part where Helio is considering violence now. Helio is now openly considering...
Right, because Tesnim dispelled his levitation.
Yeah, now there is... Now
yeah,
the
he took that personally.
Yeah, the option of violence is now on the table.
The thing is it... What I'm wondering is, I know that in the moment, I'm pretty sure we've realized Liddy and Helio aren't there. Have we? Or has this whole chaos that has ensued, like, made us forget where they are in the moment and think, are they the ones that levitated, or did it levitate on its own?
I don't know. I mean, like, generally speaking, when shit goes wrong, it's generally Helio's fault. I mean, like,
how metagamey do we want to be?
That's fair.
Look,
I mean,
Helio
like,
wasn't the one who summoned this thing.
I'm just saying, I mean, like, if Helio can create a giant tree, I think he can make a rock go into the air a little bit. I think that's kind of within Helio's wheelhouse, I don't know. I will
Also, we're on top of the thing because we flew out so that I could push it, but then...
and I turned back from a spider because I touched it and it hurt me.
Yeah, so I picked her up and we flew up on top, and we're sitting there on top of it, and then we got blasted away.
So Liddy looks like a gnome again?
Yep.
Or did you turn into another animal?
I
At
don't
the
think I've
end.
turned
I thought
into
you
another
turned
animal
into a
yet.
snake. I thought, what?
Oh!
Did you turn into a snake?
Wait, you
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you
there
could
was a
carry me.
snake,
That's
yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
Little
Okay.
Liddy snake.
Liddy Snake.
So we have a blue fairy on top of a tarp that's
Wearing a snake
hiding in
necklace.
amber, wearing a snake, yeah, that's about to attack this 7-foot tall minotaur who dispelled his levitation.
Sounds
I
about right.
Ask, do we know why everyone's crowding around the orb? Like, is there something obviously valuable about it, or is it like weird?
It was sort of like a meteor strike in the middle of the night, so it was more that it was just like unusual and drew a lot of attention,
Yeah, bingo.
I think.
Yeah, and nobody really, even the cleric lady doesn't even know what it is, but she just wants to try to get it back to, I guess, wherever building she lives or whatever, just to kind of keep it safe. But she's doing a very bad job at it, and the soldiers are too, because I guess the townsfolk just want to go ahead and take a look at it, but no, nobody listens in this small town. They're like, I want to
Certainly
see
not
this
us.
strange orb, because nothing ever happens in this town.
All right, so I'm just making sure it's not like a. And everyone in the region was compelled to touch the orb.
No,
I
and
mean,
we
possibly, but
Not yet. Not yet.
not as
that
far
you
as
know.
we know.
and none of us could, with any check that we really tried, could figure out where it came from or what it is. We tried speaking to it, and it seemed to understand like just a certain words that we would say, but not really like the meaning of what we were trying to convey to this thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
the eye looks sort of like draconic and it seems to be looking for something, but we don't know
Yeah,
what.
looking for something. That's right.
Okay, so the eye is like moving around.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right.
It answers to the draconic origin, the words of draconic origin within Primordial. That's what it's
Mhm.
responding to. So we know that it's probably speaks draconic, but none of us do.
Okay. Final question. Sorry, getting caught up.
No,
Have we
please
long
do.
rested since I last
Yes.
was here? I suppose. Yeah, just checking where
mean,
my spells
This
are at.
happened in the middle of the night, so did this at
Well, you
least
guys got a
as
long
far
rest
as I
before
know,
you guys came into town. So,
right?
yes. The answer is yes.
I have one last question. I know I put the orb with the ocarina in it wrapped up in a cloth so that we wouldn't be touching it. The question is am I still holding it? Because I don't think I ever explicitly said I would put it down. I can't remember.
My guess is that you're still holding it in all the chaos. My guess is that you're still kind of like, you got it, football carrying it, and like under your shoulder kind of thing. Like
How
it's
big
a
is
small
this
dog.
one? Because I remember the other one you said was 4x4.
Like head sized.
Oh, that big. Okay.
Like head sized. That's my final answer is head size. Which I feel like is a
question is
perfectly
that
normal,
ominous?
Yeah, I was gonna say a perfectly normal measurement. Head size. Everyone's favorite measurement.
A gnome head, a human head, a fairy head.
Who knows? Who knows? Okay, alright. I just had to read something. Okay. Alright. With that out of the way, I guess we'll start with... Well, I guess we're gonna start. So, hey, are you guys actually gonna start firing shots at Minotaur Lady? And by you guys, I mean
don't want
Helio.
Do I know that it was her that dispelled it? I'm pretty sure I do.
You can make a pretty reasonable guess. Yeah, I would say. But, I mean, you also maybe could also guess that she probably doesn't know it was, like, you making the magic. She probably thought it was the sphere, which I do have a...
Oh, that's right. There was a check for that.
Yeah, she thought it was the spear, like the little, like the amber chunk making the magic. She thought it was that dude, like, the eye or whatever making it fly. So, you could also probably think up, like, okay, I mean, like, she doesn't know I exist. I just met her 15 seconds ago. Probably wasn't trying to pull me out of the sky, probably trying to pull the weird rock out of the sky. But I need to know your answer. Are you planning on shooting at this lady?
With that information, I'd say no.
Not planning on shooting at the lady?
Helio would be mad about it, but I don't think he would take it as such personal offense
Okay.
now. Yeah, so
Later, though. That's when
Later.
Helio grinds his fist into his other hand, like, later. It's gonna be personal.
He's adding it to his grudge list to remember.
Exactly.
List of people to grow giant trees in their homes. Number 1, Minotaur Lady. Number 2, Minotaur
Not even
Lady
just
again.
Minotaur Lady.
I'm just gonna send that exact image.
Alright, well, with that information in mind, let me actually pull up my panicked crowd ambiance just to fill out the soundscape. Fill out the soundscape here in Dungeons & Dragons Incorporated. There we go.
Oh my god, no!
Panicked crowd soundscape. Thank you. Alright. Everybody, add your own panic scream. Ah! There you go. Congratulations. You've lived a part of history. But anyways, so I guess if there's not going to be any shooting, I guess everybody will just start relocating to the new location of the thing. With quite a bit of haste, the Minotaur Lady will start running over, and so will her guard friends. Bot and a bot. You guys can all move around too. I guess I'll take Finch and put Finch out into the void. Goodbye,
Bye,
Finch. Into the void.
Finch, no.
Finch belongs in the void now. Belongs to the void. But yeah, everybody, since now it has flown into the air and has now landed, 60 feet away. The crowd was dying down before, but now people are kind of like they saw it go up into the air and then fly across the sky for a second. So now everybody's kind of like, well, I mean, is it done? And then, you see some people coming back. Some people are like, oh, what, is that it? Is it just going to fly around a little bit? Like, is it just like a weird little drone thing? But after a couple seconds, after a couple minutes, it all kind of settles back to the same kind of stalemate as it was at before, where the crowd is kind of clustered around in a circle around the thing. The guards are kind of keeping them at bay, and the Minotaur Lady is trying desperately to speak to it, or at least understand what the hell it is. And you guys are there, telling her that she is supposed to be reporting to you guys now.
Can I stick around where it first impacted?
You totally can.
I just sort of want to search the area for any shards of, this amber that it's encased in that have, maybe broken off. I mean, just in case.
It has not broken off. The only two... Well, actually... Give me an investigation check.
I'm completely average at it.
After, investigating the scene of the crime, looking around, not only have you determined that this is indeed a hole, but it hasn't, it seems like whatever this material is, it's pretty strong. It's pretty, most materials that you can think of after having flown from outer space and hitting the ground would have probably shattered into a million pieces and been pretty, thoroughly devastated by hitting the ground. This thing, there is not, a shard of this weird amber stuff to be found, and you probably aren't the only one searching. There might be other little, commoners or peasants kind of digging through the ground looking for a little hunk of it to take home and, hang on their wall or something. But,
Okay.
Alas, there is nothing.
I have another question, and I don't know if this is too, technical for a D&D character, so feel free to say I can't check. Can I check, how hot it was when it hit the ground based on what the damage to the ground looks like heat wise? I'm trying to tell how high up it fell from.
I wish that D&D needs a science check. They really need a science roll that I can do, but they don't have that. I I would say if you had the right... What's your background? Like, what's your character's background?
That's a good question.
Because, like, if you had, like, a scholar background, I might be able to, like, hand-wave
like
that
I
behind a
have-
history check or something, but if it's...
I think it's the hermit background, so no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say... Like, you gauge maybe, like, oh, if that weird dragon man that sent us to the Shadowfell was here, he probably could figure that out. But, since that weird dragon man is not here, your best guess is... Probably fell from pretty high.
Alright, then I'll just go join the others, where they're at.
Okie dokie.
Why did I use a spell? I don't need a spell.
Did you try to talk to the thing? I think you might have tried to talk to the thing.
The amber?
Like the eye inside of it.
Yeah, Helio tried talking to it. And then Vesper tried talking to it. And the eye just moved. And seemed to make eye contact during certain words, but that was it.
Hmm. Well, that's why I thought you used the spell. I just was assuming that maybe you used it to talk to
Oh,
it in some way.
Finch used the spell for comprehend languages. Because... What was that? Because I don't have that spell on here. And for some reason it was a 2nd level spell.
Comprehend languages?
Yeah, didn't Finch use comprehend languages or something?
She
Well, it wasn't
did.
talking.
Right.
Well, I mean, I learned it from her last session.
She
We were
used to
talking
talk to the
about it.
sword on the way to the
Right.
village. I don't
Hmm.
know.
That's why, because she pulled the sword out to see if the sword could talk to it.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense. Alright.
Yeah, I see it in here. Yeah. Okay.
And the sword was just like, the fuck?
Okay.
But, yeah, after standing around it for a little bit, Helio, are you sitting on top of it now, or are you just under the tarp? Where are you at, bud?
Well, I was gonna look at Liddy and say, click once if you think we should fly out of here.
Sorry, what was it?
He asked, he told Liddy to flick her tongue if she thinks we should fly out of here.
She'll flick her tongue and kind
Okay.
of get a little snaky nod, like bob her head up and down.
Then he would have like flown off away before the crowd encirculated them.
Alrighty. Where are you flying to, just so that I know?
Do I see any buildings or bushes close by?
There are, a couple buildings nearby. There's this little shed right here. There are a couple of but like market stalls that seem to not have anybody there because, it's the middle of the night. There's
Fly
also
over
a
to
bigger,
the
like,
stall.
warehouse right over there. This stall
I'll fly
there?
over to, yeah.
Alrighty. You certainly can.
Okay.
And I'll take... There we go. But, after flying over there, the meteor on the ground, while it is still looking around for people, I've got to find... There it is. Tesnim will attempt to... I think she's just going to start trying to roll it. Push it yonder way. Which I don't think will go super well for her. But she's going to make me a save really quick before she goes to touch it. Unless somebody's going to stop her from touching it. I'm here, Tesnim, my friend.
The ocarina is encased in the same type of amber as the dragon eye.
Yes.
It's both the same.
Yes.
Okay. Then if she goes to reach out to touch it, because I know it hurt me, then I'll call out to her and just say, "Don't touch it."
She'll follow your advice, and she will look at you, Vesper, and ask, "Do you have any ideas how we can get it out of here? I don't want it hurting anybody."
Well, I know someone who would be able to lift it without touching it. The only problem is I'd rather do it without all of these people around. So if you can get your soldiers or your militia or whoever these people are to get everyone back into their homes or at least somewhere away from here, we can try and move it wherever you want it to go.
She likes the sound of she likes the cut of your jib. She will, with a snap of her fingers, or I guess the clap of her hooves. I don't know if minotaurs have fingers. I don't know, and I don't really want to think about that question anymore. With the clap of her hooves, the guards will begin kind of like circling around and encouraging people to go home, and she will also use thaumaturgy and will just yell out like, "Go home! Nothing to see here. Stay here too long, and you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Go home." And after a bit of convincing, sometimes like not violent convincing, but like kind of like, "All right, move along, citizen," kind of convincing. Most people will clear out, and I will turn off our panicked crowd ambiance. Look at that. Panicked crowd ambiance is gone. But the guards will stick around. I think they'll probably stay like over there. And Tessnin will just kind of like wait there and kind of like watch the situation, make sure things don't fall apart. I don't like what you posted, Mia. I don't like that at all. I want that to forever be gone from existence.
Thanks, I hate it.
It's like those weird like finger puppets that are just like further hands, like the yeah, and then like people put like one hand on each of the. It's okay. Anyways, yes, she'll stand there and kind of like wait for you guys to come up with a solution. Like she'll say to you, Vesper, that she's willing to help. Like she'll offer any assistance that she can do, but she is kind of like at a loss for what to do.
Okay. I know Helio's not near us, and the fact that he used levitation on it could be a red flag. So I'm wondering if Finch has anything that could lift it, if she has levitation, because she was next to us, so the Minotaur would have seen that she had nothing.
Come back from the void, Finch.
Or she did nothing.
See if you have levitation.
And then I know Helio has Tensor's floating disc, right?
Yes.
What level is
Tensor's floating disc? Can you like when you summon it, can it be summoned under something like immediately? Like could you summon it directly under the amber, or does it have to be floating for you?
It has to be floating.
Has to be floating. Okay.
Which I can do because Tinch's floating disc isn't a concentration.
Mm-hmm.
It's there for an hour.
Okay.
I think the best Finch can do is enlarge, reduce it, and then, I don't know, do something else, like maybe like gust of wind it or something. I guess that's the closest Finch can get. Oh, maybe she has Mage Hand. She can enlarge, reduce it, and then Mage Hand it, I guess.
Because I was also looking at Mage Hand, and it can't pick up anything that's more than 10 pounds. But if I also use Mage Hand with her, could we lift it if it's reduced and then put it on Helio's floating disc?
Yeah, I'd allow that. You can do that.
Okay. Then I'll ask Finch if she can help, and while she's doing that... How far are you, Helio? You're not that far from us, are you? No. I'll just send out a message to Helio and just say, I need your help. I need that disc. We need to lift this. And I need that disc that you used before, that we
I already
rode on.
lifted it before, and
Okay.
she dispelled it.
Well, here's the thing, Helio. We need to at least make peace for the moment, so that she'll let us at least be near it. So let's play nice for now,
Helio
and you
puts
can worry
away
about it later.
his silver knitting stuff that he starts flying over.
Alrighty. So is the plan to shrink it, lift it, put it on the disc, and then hover it back across town?
Yes.
We don't need to shrink it if I can just.
Well, in order to lift it, we need to shrink it. Because I don't want you to levitate it and have her be like, "Wait a minute, did you levitate it earlier?"
But it moved the sideways, so I can't do the sideways. I can
Well,
only do the up
Finch
and down.
was the one who did the gust.
Yeah, so she just thinks it went up and over, and I can only make it go up and down. And if she
I
asks, I
mean-
can just be like, I just make it do this.
Levitate, I feel like, is a common enough spell that enough people can do that it's not super suspicious. Because she already thinks it was the orb levitating itself.
Yeah, she's under the impression that the orb was doing some weird orb shenanigans.
Okay, Helio, lift it and put it on your disc.
Yeah. Bloop bloop
Bleep bloop.
bloop bloop. He
Alrighty.
just summons a disc and then puts it on top.
And with that, it will be transported over. Let me pull up my labeled map so that I know exactly where this is actually going. Beep, 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 beep. Come here, Red Larch. Silly, silly boy. It will be transported over. She will guide you across town to here. This little building right over here. Which is, from the outside, it's basically like a, it's a sort of like, I'm trying to think about how to best describe it. Basically, it's like there is a ring of building around like a central courtyard. In the central courtyard, there is a statue of a kind of generic, godly, holy-looking figure. And above the door, in Common and in a bunch of other languages, it says All Faiths Shrine. And she will have you drop it in like the central courtyard.
Outside?
Okay.
Or inside?
It's like inside but outside. Like
Okay.
inside is in surrounded by walls, but outside is in like the roof is open.
Gotcha.
Are we sure it's not gonna? And he just do a with his finger motion, like it flying away.
She'll shrug and will.
You could tie the top above it, so that if it does stop floating, at least it'll hit the top. I don't know if it's
I have to
the
figure out if
things around
Minotaurs
it
have
to.
hoof hands. I don't know. Minotaur. I have to figure this out. Okay, they do have regular hands. Okay, she can tie a knot. I had to know if she could tie a knot. She will assist in tying a knot.
I feel like you feel really relieved by that.
Yes, I do. I feel very relieved.
Not hands.
I am glad that there is not hoof hands Minotaurs. But I guess that would make sense because how would they hold the axe? I don't know. But but yeah, no. She'll help in tying it down and like securing it. She'll tie it to like a couple pillars surrounding the like central courtyard. And once she feels it's like proper secured, she will ask any of you if you have any idea what this thing is. Because you guys seem like you're more well-traveled than the average town's commoner here. She'll ask if any of you have any idea what this thing is at all.
Did we all try to roll for that?
Yeah,
Okay.
and none of us could really determine where it came from or what it is.
We rolled kind of high, didn't we?
We did, but I think the information we were given didn't really help us to determine where it could have come from.
Yeah.
Let me see.
How do we know what color the eye is?
The eye is a yellowish color.
How far away are we from that mountain range we wanted to avoid because there was like a
This-
dragon in it?
The Sword Mountains. We're pretty north of it, aren't we?
I'll take you to the map.
Take me to the map.
Take me to the disc. You guys
Oh no,
are...
we're south of it.
Well, the Sword Mountains are over here and over here. They're split into two ranges.
Oh.
There's
didn't
two
even
ranges
notice
of the Sword Mountains.
So we're like in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Okay. And this is do dragons of different types have specific eye colors or anything like that?
That's a really good question, and if I knew the answer to that, I would... There probably is a thing that says that they do, but I don't know that. So my guess is... The answer is probably is yes, but I don't know.
And these you said were golden color?
Yes.
Golden color. Okay, here's my instinct though. And I'm not very knowledgeable about anything with this. What I'm wondering is that could this be connected with something going on with the giants that are going on, you know, they're doing their thing. And I know that giants and dragons don't really get along. So I'm wondering if there could be like a dragon out there who's trying to impede on all this chaos with the dragons in order to, you know, try to get back at them for what happened all those years ago. So sending this down to Faerun, to Toril, could, you know, try to release some sort of dragon thing to attack the giants. But again, I'm not very knowledgeable about a lot of religious or historical things, so that's just my take on it.
Upon
I'm just
hearing
trying to
you
connect it.
suggest that it might be a plot to destroy things, your Minotaur friend will try taking an axe to it and smashing it and see what that does.
Okay, that's...
And let me have her roll her smash. Go, girl, smash. How do you smash? Decent. And she smashes it, and the head of her axe breaks in half.
How does
Uh,
the amber look?
Pretty much
I actually
normal.
have a question about when I was not here. Are we assuming that it's looking for something just based on the fact that it's moving and kind of responding, or was there like a check?
There was an insight check that
It's
someone made.
It is like frantically, whenever a person approaches it, it looks at them, kind of like it stares at them for a second, kind of like looks right at them, tries to make as much eye contact as it can for a Cyclops before turning its gaze to something else.
Okay. If we think that it's looking for something and that it might have to do with the war between the giants and dragons, should we see if it responds to an image of Harshnag?
Can someone create... I know...
Liddy can use minor illusion. She was doing that with like shapes and animal silhouettes before, wasn't getting much of a response.
I mean, we could try, but
Yeah.
just in case, if it does seem hostile to the image of Harshnag, we should at least be prepared for what's going to happen.
Can minor image be cast at like a distance?
I think so, yeah.
I believe so.
I'll just be standing on the other side of the eye when it's cast. The other side of the eye from the illusion.
How big can a minor illusion be?
I think it's a 5x5 cube.
Yeah, 5x5 cube.
Okay. So tiny giant.
I was gonna say you could probably like if you wanted to fake Harshnag, you could fake having Harshnag like pop up over the roof of the building, like looking in, from the roof. That could, like, oh, there totally is the rest of a giant there. Just don't look outside.
Just make him look really far away in perspective through the doorway.
Yeah, Liddy will.
It is a singular eye. It would not have good depth perception. So I mean, you probably could trick it.
Yeah. In that case, Liddy will turn back into a gnome from her little snake form after carefully removing herself from Helio. And
He was gonna pretend shocked that he didn't know you're a gnome. Just what? You're a gnome this whole time.
This snake I've been traveling with for 7 years? I would have never guessed.
and yeah, she'll kind of look around the buildings and maybe not like the building that they're in, but like one or two away, try and do like make it look like he's peeking over or like sticking his head up over, so like it's far enough away that 5x5 cube is head-sized or would appear head-sized.
Okay.
I'll prepare an Eldritch Blast just in case something like happens with it and it feels like it's going to attack something.
Okie dokie. Can you link me Minor Illusion?
I don't have it added to my sheet. I should fix that.
Tell me why I looked under E for green dragon. What is wrong with
Eing Dragon, my favorite
Dragon.
The Eing Dragon.
The color E has green energy. It's okay.
It does have E. I'll admit that. I will fully agree to that. I will 100% agree to the fact that green has E energy.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
30 feet.
Okay. So, after you kind of direct its attention to the distant Harshnag, it will...
while she's casting the spell, she'll like just try to disguise it as like a wave, as like, oh hey Harshnag.
Harshnag! Man, it's been a long time. But after you draw its attention to it, it will look at Harshnag, and it will give Harshnag a similar like look down. But you guys can make me some insight checks. Insight or investigation.
Yeah, insight.
Oh.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. Except for Helio. Helio,
Wow.
you really think Harshnag's there. You thought you hear Harshnag, you're like, oh my god, so soon? So soon Harshnag's back? But everyone else, Vesper and specifically, or I guess Vesper and Ava specifically, you guys notice that it stares at Harshnag like you guys have been kind of like watching its patterns a little bit, and it's like very quick to like look away from something, like it will look at you for maybe like a second, 2 seconds, and then will look away. Looks at Harshnag for a solid like a solid 15 seconds, like more like enough where it's a pronounced difference between the others, but will eventually look away from Harshnag, similar in a similar fashion to it like the other people have done before.
Enough that we might assume, maybe incorrectly, but enough that it's at least not contradictory to the idea that it just saw through the illusion, but was interested in the idea that the illusion presented.
I think without it having like a vocal component or like a facial expression to go along with that, that's kind of hard to determine. But you did notice that I would say that would not be out of the realm of possibility, but yeah, I would say you could probably gauge that.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
First question, when the eye saw the illusion, as much as a single eye could emote, there wasn't a sense of like, the eye, like a brown bone going down, like it's angry at it, or like there wasn't so much like, I don't know how much a single eye without a brow bone can show
The answer is
emotion.
not much. The answer is that I without brow bone really cannot do a whole lot of heavy lifting.
Did its pupils dilate with
Yeah.
anger?
Yeah, I guess its
Did you
pupils.
look surprised?
Its pupils did dilate. I'll say its pupils dilated a little bit. Like it's a little bit like maybe like an angry dilation.
My second question is, the 2 dragons that are friends with Harshnag, what color were they?
Copper dragons, bronze dragons,
They were-
bronze dragons.
Bronze. They were bronze. Okay. And they were friendly with him, but as far as we know, this could be a gold chromatic dragon. Maybe. We don't know.
I looked it up. I did a cursory Google search. It does not seem like dragons have designated eye colors, and if they do, it's too deep for me to find in like 3 seconds of Googling. So,
The only one that does that I found is a gold dragon.
gold dragon, okay. What is, just so that we know, just for...
Apparently, they start really dark when they're young, and as they get older, it turns into a pool of gold.
I see.
Like, it was very specific about it. I don't know why.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Have we determined, like, from the size of this eye, whether it was from like an adult or young dragon?
It's pretty big. It's probably a yeah, it's probably an adult dragon.
We don't have the sending stone.
Oh, I looked it up. I did actually look it up. The answer to the question does... So the specific kind of dragon that this eye belongs to does have a specific eye color, right, and I did just randomly guess it correctly. That's good. Look at me go.
Huzzah.
Oh man, there's no way to retcon that we asked Harshnag for the sending stone, could we?
What if we just crack it open?
Well, that's what Tessnim tried to do, and it broke her battle axe, and then
Oh,
Yeah, she'll kind of like limp away
Okay,
and just
slip
kind of
away
like,
from her
well,
moment.
we'll just be a little sad that it's broken. She has mending. She can fix it. Never mind. She doesn't care.
so brute force is not going to open it.
Did y'all ever cast any kind of like detect magic on it when you first encountered it?
I don't think we did.
I don't.
yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Because I have detect magic as a reaction.
What did it have anything like special about it?
I do not remember. I don't think so.
I'll share this. It appears to be like the closest like that your like detect magic would get to is like it appears to be some kind of magical material, like like mithril like is not like magic in like the traditional sense, but its magic is in like it's a magic material. This appears to be some kind of magic material.
What if? Hear me out.
Mhm.
I shatter it.
Yeah, about that. Do we want to at least try to glean more information about this before we try breaking it open and possibly releasing a dragon and then having another dragon on our backs?
Whatever do you mean, Esper? What other dragon?
What other dragon?
Wait, there's
Yeah.
another dragon?
We told you about it.
Did you? Sorry, I
did.
forgot.
We did.
Uh,
That's my bad. You've told me a lot of really cool stories since we met.
I have a hard time on believing which ones are true or not.
And the crazier the story, the truer they are.
Okay. Well, the only person I feel like we could try to speak to get information about this, we don't really have access to. Because we didn't get that sending stone from Harshnag before he left. And none of us have a spell that we can send a message long distances, if I'm not mistaken.
Has the eye reacted to like when the Minotaur struck it with the axe? Did the eye look like it acknowledged this at all?
Yeah, it looked at it, but I mean, it's like it didn't like other than like watching the Minotaur hit the like thing, didn't really do much else.
Oh, Helio, you know what? Instead of shattering the amber with the eye in it, why don't you try shattering the one with the ocarina in it?
I can.
This one's a little bit smaller, so it might be a little bit easier, but maybe it would release the ocarina, and then Finch could try playing it, possibly, and maybe that might be able to help us do something. And I know there's carvings on the ocarina, right? We saw that there was some sort of like decoration filigree all over
Yes,
that
there's
ocarina.
there's like yes.
So if we can release it, maybe we can observe it a little bit closer. So maybe we try shattering this instead of the eye. And hopefully it doesn't break the ocarina inside.
I feel like... I don't know. I don't know if it would... Can I take a look at the ocarina? Because I haven't gotten a chance to do that yet.
Yeah, you can look at it. It is... I will describe it to you. It is... Let me find it in my notes. It is a bright red, kind of ocarina-looking flute type thing. That looks like it's made out of... like a red kind of like gemstone almost. Like a kind of like red... I'm trying to find like the best... red...
Wait, so it's made out of a rock?
Yes.
Liddy wants it.
Like this kind of here. Like, let me send this picture. This is kind of like the color, like, and like the kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. This is kind of like the vibe. Like it kind of has like that, like kind of like a hazy, kind of like not fully translucent, but like a little bit kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I remember you describing it last time. I just don't think Helio's investigated it yet. I think everybody else has. Well, you mean...
Oh, okay. If you want to just do investigation, you can roll me an investigation check.
Yeah. Or more of like, I would like to see if it's magical in nature.
You can give me an Arcana check then.
Okay.
Well, for one, they don't generally keep non-magical ocarinas made out of red gemstone inside of unbreakable amber-like substance from of which in origin you do not know. They don't generally do that. So you're already going into this thinking like gotta have some kind of magical something. But you speak Primordial, right?
Yes.
You do speak Primordial. So, on there, in Draconic, but, like, it's, like, legible enough where you can read it in, like, with your knowledge of Primordial. It says...
If it helps, I can cast Comprehend Languages.
Aha, okay. Well, there's not, like... there is not like any full sentences on there, but the words on there are air, earth, lightning, are the three, like there are three, like each one of those was written on there. Underneath like different holes in the instrument, like you'll see like what would maybe like normally denote like what note would be played if you put your finger over the hole, and like blew into the instrument. That has air, earth, and lightning. And then on the the ocarina itself, it says there's a kind of picture of like a snake like being on it, and it says Maltar, the Thunder Serpent.
Maltar, the Thunder Serpent. Okay. I would let everybody know that.
Oh, and actually, I forgot there are other names on there as well. There is Achazar, the Pillar of Wrath. There is there is, gotta find all of them. Ah, there it is. Merciless Petron. That's another one. Merciless Petron, and then Ubtao the Deceiver. Those are the names on there.
Ubtao the Deceiver.
Can't wait to discover how badly I spelled all of these names.
I know, right? Me too.
I will send the names. Give me one moment. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. There we go. Huzzah.
Oh yeah. Completely got all that wrong.
Holy shit, I think I spelled Achazar right.
I'm impressed. If you actually
Bravo.
if you got Achazar right on the first try, congratulations. I know I didn't when I was writing my notes for this session. I didn't. I had to copy paste it because I could not, for the life of me. I kept putting an L in there, and I think when I pronounced it, I put an L in there as well. But yeah, I like Alchazar better than Achazar. But whatever. Listen, man, I'm not D&D. I don't write the rules. But yeah, those names will appear on there, and each one will be accompanied by a vaguely elemental looking figure that you could, with your Arcana check, maybe make out to be a primordial.
Can I drop some water on this this chunk of amber?
You totally can. And when you do, it will animate for a second. Like, you'll kind of see, like, it, like, you would, if you drop an amber, if you drop water on something, you're kind of either expecting it to, like, drip off the side, or if it's really hot, like, fizzle up and, like, burn immediately. But it will kind of, like, fizzle and, like, animate in a way that's not natural before, like, fizzling up and, like, disappearing.
He's gonna look back at everybody and be like, "See, do you
Liddy-
see that?"
Liddy's gonna cast Produce Flame in her hand and kind of look at him and look at the piece of amber and look back at
Exactly
him.
What I was thinking. He just holds it out.
She will toss her Produce Flame at the piece of amber.
Okay. You toss your Produce Flame at it, and out of it pops, like, what appears to be almost like a small flame elemental, which will, like, again, like, kind of, like, wildly kind of, like, wander around for a couple seconds before fizzling up.
Oh.
I sprinkle some dirt on it.
And sure enough, just as has been happening, the dirt kind of like gets up, animates, and will kind of like tromp around like a little like a tiny version of like a rock elemental, before again just fizzling back into nothingness.
Helio, don't you have a lightning spell?
I do. I do.
At this point, before you start throwing lightning at it, your Minotaur friend's gonna say, it's probably a good idea if we don't summon elementals in our town. That's probably not super a good idea, she'll say.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have a little spell called Dragon's Breath that lets us do all the elements. um, we could try that.
All the
He
elementals.
completely dismissed her saying.
All the elementals that we've summoned so far disappeared quickly enough.
Well, the thing
Ice
is
one.
that
Do
the
we still have the
spells-
ice guy? Finch's little friend?
You do have the Ice Guy, Finch's little friend.
The ice method.
You do have it.
Mm. How do we want to go about this?
Well, everything that you've done to it has been very small, you know, just a little bit of dirt, a drop of water, a small produced flame. I mean, if anything bigger gets to it, I'm sure a much bigger elemental is about to come out. So, I
To
think
that,
we should-
your Minotaur friend will nod enthusiastically and give you like a, yeah, probably. That seems like the probable, like, yes, almost certainly. That seems like what I would glean from this situation.
so I'd leave the method out of it.
Did they do anything specific when they were summoned? Like, were they coming for us before they disappeared, or?
Who's holding the ocarina?
I think it's Helio.
Well, it's too big for Helio to hold, right?
The little ocarina.
Well, it's encased in amber.
It's encased
It's
in like a head
It's in a
size.
head-sized amber.
Oh, how much does it weigh?
A lot.
How much does statue's head weigh? I don't know.
I'm able to carry Liddy in gnome form.
I'll say that you're carrying it. If you're the one carrying it, then they'll all kind of like waddle their way over towards you.
Do they look like? Can I get the feeling that they were trying to like hurt me?
I mean, they're small, so maybe.
Well, when I touched it, I felt a very strong sense of wanting to imbue some sort of justice to any sort of evil. So I'm wondering if using this could summon elementals to help you to fight things, and so they automatically want to be near you because maybe you're like their master or something.
I mean-
when you were touching this or that, you went over. To
I
the-
touched the ocarina one.
Hmm.
I touched the small one. I didn't touch the eye one. And it hurt me. But it still felt I didn't feel like in too much pain. But it was a sort of radiant type of energy, which is why I didn't want Tesnim to touch it. So
Should I, out of character, should I make a roll
To touch
to
it?
touch it?
since I am touching it?
Oh, are you
it's-
touching
I,
it, like-
I wrapped it. No. I wrapped it in a cloth.
Oh, okay.
It was in a cloth.
I
so
thought he was
if
just
you're
barehanding it.
no. If you're holding it, but your hands are underneath it where a cloth is like separating.
Yeah.
Your hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
I feel like no matter what we try to do with this thing, there's the only way we're going to be able to find out any information about it is through trial and error, unless we spend some time outside of this and just maybe try to find information elsewhere, either through Helio's vast knowledge from living in that library for so long, or if there's some sort of way we could get a hold of Vincor, but we don't have that sending stone.
I mean, yes, I agree with all that you're saying. I don't know that we're in any sort of rush. I mean, we can take some time to figure it out. It's not really doing anything. It's not hurting anyone.
What we could do is leave it with Tessnem. We are going up to Neverwinter, and we are going to be visiting people up there. I know Finch spoke to me. I'll explain it to you later. But we could get some information from them, and then somehow see if we could get it back to Tessnem, or if something happens while we're gone, she can let us know.
Tessnim, for her part, will say that she has contacts in Waterdeep that she can, with a couple of days of travel, like, get up here, and she could have them look at it.
I definitely advise, maybe if it's okay with you, Vincor from the library, the Halls of Ogma, he knows us, and so he would be able to provide you with knowledge as well.
She'll take down, with her hoofed hands, she will take down his name and, like, information to get in touch with him.
The question is do we want to leave both of the things with Tessnim? Or if we know this smaller one has things to do with elementals, should we take it with us so that it potentially doesn't release elementals in here? And she can just investigate the Dragon Eye?
Yeah, because he doesn't know how safe it would be to leave these two together.
We need a bag of holding.
A bag of holding, she'll say. Oh boy, if you wait not but a few hours, there's a market in town, which opens up during the day, and there's a suspicious vendor there who sells magical items that, if only you could tell the gods what you wanted, and they might be willing to listen and give you those items. But alas, such a thing may not exist. The stall does, but asking the gods for what you want, that doesn't. Except for it does.
Maybe
So
we should stay the night.
We'll stay the night. We will hold on to the Ocarina Stone, and Tessnim will be in charge of the Dragon Eye. And we'll investigate this one ourselves, where we are going, and then she'll bring people up from Waterdeep to investigate this one. And then somehow, some way, we'll let each other know what we find out.
I think it's a fair trade, yes. He looks at the miniature lady.
She will give you a hoofed thumbs up.
Okay.
How do you even tie knots with them?
Lots of practice. Lots of practice.
So let's go back to the Swinging Sword,
Okie dokie.
finish our rest, do a little bit of shopping, and then keep heading north towards Neverwinter.
Alrighty, works for me.
Yeah.
The rest of your night goes by flawlessly. Hey, you get a nice long rest, and you wake up in the afternoon ready for sword swinging, adventure, and fun for the whole family.
Woohoo.
Swinging, adventure, and fun! Yay! That sounds like a play or something that you would go to during.
Oh, computer. Oh, you silly, silly goose. Why are you glitching out on me? You silly, silly goose. Come here. Thank you. There we go. Alrighty, let me leave play. But there we go. Alright, you wake up in the morning, and I'm gonna turn this ambiance down just a smidgen for me because it's a bit loud. But yes, you wake up in the morning, and the town is all busy, all ready to go. And hey, you guys asked for it. Here it is, shopping time. If you guys have something you want to buy, now is your time.
Dude.
Yeah, money, 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 money.
Money.
Anything that's not a magical item, or like that's not like particularly like obscure, you probably can just buy it, like it's for whatever the listed price is, like in D&D. But if it's like a weird thing, like if you want, I don't know, like a 3-scoop ice cream sundae with a cherry on top, might need to figure something out about that. But if there is something you want to buy, do not hesitate to ask. Go, my children, shop, be free.
Be free. Okay, I gotta look something up real fast.
As for
Okay,
magic
well-
items, common and uncommon, I'm allowing you guys to have, like, you can probably come across a common or uncommon item, like, one per each player, I guess, is probably how I'll do it.
Magic items.
But, like, rarer items, I'd have to clear first. And, like, I want to clear all of them just so that I don't give you guys something that's, like, you know, weird, but tentatively speaking, common and uncommon should be okay.
Alrighty.
Is a bag of holding common or uncommon?
I think it's uncommon. But you guys can have a bag of unholding. I don't know what that would
A
be.
bag of unholding.
It's just a bag with
That's
just a bag with a hole in the bottom. You just put something in. There we go. And now it's on the ground again. But no.
A bag, but it's filled with grease.
But yeah, no. Common and uncommon items, just clear those by me first. I will probably okay them because I don't think there's anything that's too crazy. But higher tier magic items, I might okay, but I will need to do some extensive research.
Helio would fly up to one of the booths and be like, "What is this strange decanter?"
Strange decanter, ye say, says the ye old-timey shopkeep who does not know what decanter ye are talking about.
We talked about this.
Oh yeah, your decanter of never-ending water. Yeah, you can have your decanter of never-ending water. Get your
Decanter of slow death by drowning.
Mm.
I'm gonna put it in my inventory.
Is there is this a type of market in a big enough-ish village town that would have magical weapons, or no?
I would say you could get a +1 magic item here, like a +1 magic item. If yeah, I would say you could get one. You could get one like +1 sword, hammer, axe, armor, shield, whatever. You know.
Okay, because I don't want Finch to have to use concentration for magic weapon. So I'd like to get at least a magical maul if I can.
Magic Mall.
Yeah.
You can have a Magic Mall.
Sweet.
Does anybody need a list of magical items?
I'm looking through one now.
I'm looking through D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I might
Because
need
I have this one right here.
Yeah, D&D Beyond is a good resource for it. Although, it only works if you have, like, all the things bought for it. Unless you're willing to Google stuff on the side.
Is this the kind of town that has books for sale? I don't know how common literacy is in D&D.
Yeah, there's books here. There's books here. This is a convenient town because this big old market here is just described as having pretty much a little bit of everything. So, I'm willing to hand wave just about anything that you want into this market. So long as it's not like I want a genie bottle that gives me infinite wish spell, please. Please.
I want a genie bottle that gives me infinite garlic and snakes, please.
I want a genie bottle. I want a decanter of endless sticks to snakes, please. That's what I want.
Good.
I want a tube that when I stick a stick in it, a snake comes out the other end.
It's like a
Oh my
snake.
gosh.
It's a stick-based snake launcher. Like that, just you load snakes into one end, and then you pull the trigger, and then it launches snakes out the other. That's great.
Venomous snakes at people just.
Oh my god. I really like the I just now like that's a great idea. I love the idea of like a stick-based rocket launcher that you load sticks in, you pull the trigger, and then it launches snakes. I love that idea. I might I don't know, because I've been wanting to play an Artificer. I wonder if I could I wonder if I could find a way to make an Artificer flavor that would do that. That'd be so funny.
Alright, how much gold did we lose? Do you want anything, Jack?
I'll get
Do you need
Finch's
anything?
order. I'll get Finch's order in between sessions, so I will do myself. Don't worry about that. But
Okay.
for y'all's, oh, I'll also say that I think healing potions are technically classified as magical items, but don't worry. If you guys want to buy 1,000 healing potions, I'm not going to stop you. That's something I can live with. I'm not going to stop you guys from buying healing potions.
Do we need any healing potions?
I don't think so.
We have 4 healers in the party.
Yeah.
You do have a lot of healers. But I hate when DMs are like, sorry, you only have 1 healing potion now. It's like, but why?
It makes me think of the time when I was playing a campaign where just every time we stopped, we'd buy 8 healing potions, and every time we had to go back, we'd buy them out. Because we did dumb shit, like try to fight the red dragon that our DM was planning on being a forced run encounter.
Yeah.
So we don't need healing potions.
Nah.
We've got that covered. Is there anything that we think is going to be necessary in the coming days and weeks?
I know we had talked about trying to find a book to communicate with the sword better, like ancient dwarven language type of
101.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dwarven for
We
Dummies.
should go to a bookstore.
Yes.
Hey, Ancient Dwarven Dummies. There is not, I guess you could find a bookstore around here. You'll find, let's come up with a random bookstore on the fly. Come here, name generator. You'll find a dude in, I'll slap down a building. Which building looks like a library kind of bookstore thing to me? Go with this one, way out here. No, that's a farm. We'll go with, he'll just have a market stall. There'll just be a dude with glasses who is tending his market stall. You know, just hanging about with all of his books. And if you come up to him asking for a book of like old dwarvish for dummies, he will ask Mr. Let's find a fun name. Bluckham. Ooh, I like that name. Bluckham it is. Mr. Bluckham will ask you why on earth you need a book of old dwarvish.
I don't know who was. Finch seemed to be the one most interested in.
Finch. It was Finch and Liddy who were working
Yeah, the
on
two of us.
Yeah.
We've recently made a friend who only speaks ancient dwarvish, and none of us talk it, and we have spells that let us talk to him, but we thought if we could learn the language it would make things a little easier.
He will hand you the book, and he'll charge you a reasonable price of 5 gold for your Ancient Dwarvish for Dummies book.
While we're at this man's bookstall, can we look for detailed animal books?
Detailed animal book?
Yes, Encyclopedia of Animals.
Animal picture book? Do you just want an animal picture book?
Please.
Animal picture book.
Books about animals from the ocean. I've never been there, but I think we might head there soon. I'm really curious about what we might see.
You can add one picture book of many animals to your inventory.
Yes.
Actually, you can add a book called The Zoo to You, A Guide to Animals. That's what I'm calling it. The Zoo to
Like
You.
a children's encyclopedia.
Yeah, it's just a big book of animals that will now allow you to wild shape into whatever you so desire. Infinite freedom. Infinite. I do like that title though, The Zoo to You. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But so you guys have your
do we want
items?
do we want to take that cost out of our party fund or out of pocket?
We can. Well, how much was everything else? Because my funds are mixed in with the party funds, so whatever's in the party funds includes, I think mine, Finch, and Helio's, all of our monies. I don't know if does Helio have a personal?
I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
I don't know. Put in the Roll20 chat all the items you guys are buying. Just start putting them in there, and I'll start slapping price tags on them, and then you guys can start doing the math yourself.
Yeah.
2 books, 10 gold. +1 mall. Let's see what tier rarity that is. I don't know if that's a common or uncommon or what. +1 mall. We'll go with. We'll go with 1,000 for the +1 mall. Bag of holding. That'll just be a solid 50 gold for the mall. Decanter of endless water, another 50. That's fine.
Do you have enough for that, Helio, in your personal funds, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 50 gold. Okay.
Can we purchase sending stones here?
You can purchase sending stones if you so choose.
How much are those?
Limit 1 sending stone. Limit 1 sending stone.
Limit 1 sending stone.
Or like 1 pair of
one
sending
pair.
stones. Yeah, 1 pair of sending stones.
Mm-hmm.
Helio has a question.
What is Helio's question?
Is this where he can buy spells?
If Helio wants to buy spells, I could potentially be persuaded to let you buy some spells.
Okay. So there are a few spells that he would like. Let me Um.
Right. Pause.
Okay. So. Counterspell is one that we would like.
Okay.
Another one is Bestow Curse.
Okay.
But he wants that in conjunction with Remove Curse.
Just
Like,
in case.
Yeah, he feels like he should, if he knows one, he should know the other. Then he wants Tongues. And then he wants Animate Dead. And I don't know if you've heard me that one. Yeah, so he wants 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells. Only one of them, they're all level 3, and except for one of them, which is level 4.
Tell you what, pick 3, and then each one's 100 gold pieces.
Okay. Oop. Okay. Ooh, that one's a tough one. So this, do we want Tongues? The spell Tongues? The spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
That would be useful, especially with the sword, and then trying to figure out.
Oh, and the eye too.
Yeah. We don't have. We could use it on the eye before we leave.
Okay. Then I will get that one, and then I have. So this one's a for sure. Then there's Counterspell, Remove Curse, Bestow Cursed, Animate Dead, and Conjure Minor Elementals.
Oh, I can do that last one.
Okay, then I'll just drop that one.
I mean, if
the,
I know ahead of time to have it ready.
Yeah.
The other thing is you can have 3, so you either get the bestow and remove together, or you get counterspell and one more. Because I think counterspell is also very important. But I know you like the bestow and remove curse, but you would want both of them together.
I just feel like I've had to remove a few curses lately, and I should get it.
Hideo.
Yes.
You remember my book that we looked at last night? With
Yeah.
all the other spells?
Mhm.
That seems cursed. You know, if you have that spell, Finch could probably read it, learn those things, and then you can remove whatever curse is on her from reading that book.
True.
And then you could.
Okay,
And I
so-
think Animate Dead was in there too. It was one of the spells that's in the book.
Oh, okay. So we'll remove that one. So I will get Remove Curse, Counter Spell, and Tongue.
Works for me.
Okay.
Is this is to the party. Do we have any like need for sending stones?
Yes.
Since they come in a pair and we already parted with Harshnag, it would be a little bit.
Right, but we don't have the ability to communicate with each other, and Finch would like to go off on her own once we get to Neverwinter, just because she's got an errand to run. before we do what we need to do, so at least we could give her one of the sending stones.
Having medieval cell phones is very useful.
Yeah.
Alright, then yeah.
We have split up quite a few times as a group.
How much are the medieval cell phones?
I'll say your pair of medieval cell phones will set you back. I'll say 1,000 gold. I like that price for the medieval cell phones. They're pretty useful.
Well, that can be my magic item, but I cannot fund that myself. So I'll leave the total vote on that up to the party, since it's party funds.
I'm fine with it.
I think it's a good idea.
Helio's tapped out.
If only I, as the DM, could spend all of this money.
Oh, Charlie, I sent you a message.
Yes.
It's not something that Lydia is looking for because I don't think she knows much about magic items and like what would interest her, but it's something that I think would be fun for her to have.
Okay.
If
I like that idea. And
she
actually,
might
you know
come
what? That
across
works in
something.
well with something we're going to be running into later. So you know what?
Oh no.
That's fine. That's fine. I like that idea. That works in well with something we're going to be running into later. So that's okay.
I'm
no.
concerned now.
That works in well enough. So I think that's good.
Okay.
I'll say you're probably going to get that either this session or in the new year.
Okay, so just wait.
You will be getting that soon because I was thinking about including this anyways, but now that I know that somebody wants it, that's even more creative license to add it.
Excellent.
Well, picture me intrigued.
I kept looking at this list of items and being like, you know, the ability to turn into an animal really makes a lot of the support items that I would usually go for kind of moot.
That's why I picked what I did. It's not so much about being helpful as it is having more friends.
All the friends. It's all about the friends. Alright, have we bought everything? Have we shopped till we dropped, gamers?
I think so.
Did you, for the sending stones, Ava, did you need... are we taking that out of the group fund, or...?
Yeah, I put it up to a group vote because it was ruled that it would be 1,000.
Yeah.
So since that's coming out of party funds, because I couldn't foot that bill.
Right, okay,
Whether it's
so...
worth it to us.
We're gonna need to do more jobs, cause Finch and I still want tattoos.
And Liddy will pay for the books out of pocket.
Okay. So we still have a good amount of cash.
I was gonna say, I'm looking at you guys' total, and you guys have a decent amount of money. You guys are still rolling in dough.
Oh, yeah, can we trade the wooden puppet theater for
Oh yeah, is there
our
anything we want to
items?
sell?
Oh yeah, if you guys want to sell something, I think that everything there has a sell value. So if you want to start selling shit as well, go ahead.
Well, Harshnag took our the figurine of the life-size wooden statue of a grinning halfling, because none of us could carry it since it's life-size. So he's the one that has that. So we'll get rid
We've
of
got the-
that off our list.
Puppet theater, the rocking horse, the fancy hat.
Yeah, let's... Did we not get rid of these when we were in Amphail? Did we not do that?
I thought we couldn't find someone to buy the puppet theater.
Oh, okay, that's probably why it's still on there then.
Yeah, I think
So
that
let's-
the puppet theater was kind of creepy, so I think you guys. That's that meme. That
All
is
right,
so
so
good.
let's get rid of the puppet theater. Let's try selling that. I know, Liddy, you like stones and rocks, but you wanted to keep the flower pot, right? Because you liked sleeping
How
in it. as a
heavy
hedgehog?
is it?
I don't know.
Is it like
I mean,
big
it's
and heavy?
jade.
If it's unwieldy, Liddy's not going to want to carry it around.
I mean, it's about as
not
unwieldy as like
holding them.
it's about as unwieldy as carrying, I would say, like 2 flower pots around, like 2 standard like clay flower pots, just like
Yeah,
I mean,
she's.
we've got a bag of holding now. We can keep it in the bag of holding if you'd like to keep it to sleep in.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine if we want to sell it.
Okay, so selling the flower pot, selling the theater.
We know what it does, right?
Did it do something?
It's magical.
it is magic.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a
Oh, you
pot
can
of
plant something and
awakening.
it'll awaken the
Yeah.
plant?
Yes.
Oh, then
that's
yeah,
what
Liddy
that
wants to keep
was.
that then.
I think that'd be a fun surprise for whatever peasant we sell it to.
Yeah, somebody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put this on my windowsill," and then the next morning they've got a talking flower. Like, "Hey, boss, how's it going?"
Just like that.
Okay, so get rid of puppet theater. I'm making a list. And the hat is also magical, so we'd probably want to keep the hat. The holy. Oh, there's where the 6 vials of holy water came from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then wooden rocking horse. That's not magical, but it's got blue quartz eyes in it, and
Can
I
Liddy
don't know
pull the
how.
eyes out?
I was gonna ask Liddy, do you want?
You guys take like a crowbar to it, like like in the middle of this market square. You guys are like just give me a hand with this. Give me a hand with this. Like you're trying to yank it out. Oh, I love that.
Remember our agreement. You can have every gemstone we come across unless it's blue.
Oh, that's right.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay.
Well, if you can pop it out, and then maybe Helio, you could put a little bit of silver in lieu of the blue quartz, so we can at least still sell it, and it's not going to look like it's missing anything.
I feel like if he can make thread, he can probably use the dust to create little shapes or trinkets to fill the eyes. Maybe.
Yeah, you could make like little silver balls, like little silver like orbs to plonk right in there.
I picture us popping out these beautiful gem eyes and putting in silver googly eyes.
Just like the real thing.
We use Helio's new knitting to fill it with spider webs.
Oh, that would be creepy.
I use minor illusion to make it look like the stones are still in there.
Oh,
Just
well, I
completely
hope
lie to
nobody
people.
touches it. Okay, I want to keep the Zentarum ring. Most of our gems are being held in Liddy's possession. I think this azurite. Did you want that azurite? For some reason, I don't have your name next to
Sorry,
it.
what? Where?
I'm looking at the loot list, and I edited things that are in Liddy's possession, but for some reason the azurite isn't in your possession, so I didn't know if you wanted that or not.
I think
it's
someone
'cause
else
it's
had
blue.
wanted that for magical purposes.
I think it's blue is why.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Helio had claimed it.
That's right. We'll put
Yeah.
in Helio's possession. Oops. Helio's possession. Okay. We keep the olive oil. We keep all that other vial of stuff. The turquoise figurines, they're not magical, right? Did we? But Finch wanted to keep it, or someone wanted to keep the turquoise figurines.
What sort of figurines are they?
Yeah, I think Liddy was supposed to keep them because they're jeweled figurines.
They are rocks. Are they animal-shaped rocks? Because that would definitely be something she would want.
I'm pretty sure they are. Aren't
I think
they
they are animal-shaped rocks. Yes.
Then they are in Liddy's pockets.
All right, so I'll put in Liddy's possession.
Yes. I don't need the box though. I don't think,
Yeah.
unless they're big.
Oh yeah, while we're shopping, can I just like pop over and just buy a couple pretty rocks to add to Liddy's collection?
You can buy tons of pretty rocks. Pretty rocks galore. If you can describe it, the pretty rock is yours.
I'm gonna look up pretty rocks now. Don't tempt me.
Okay, so far I only have on the list that we're gonna sell is the puppet theater and the rocking horse. Sans the blue quartz eyes. We're gonna take that out. Yes? No? Maybe so?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's pretty much all we have. We're keeping everything else. Oh, we have a diamond for Revivify. So we're
The
keeping
flower
that.
pot, did you say we're getting rid of the flower pot?
No, we're gonna keep it.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna keep it. I think it had something to do with like also a treant or something like that. Like we could grow our own treant.
I think with enough time, you probably could. Yeah.
Um.
It just
Okay.
it does shatter after we grow it.
Okay.
It does. Yeah. So you only get one charge. It gets one use, and then it's broken.
I, for some reason, thought you meant the plant will shatter after we grow it. I was like, what kind of horrible plot
It
is
just
this?
falls apart.
It'll awaken a plant and then murder it for your entertainment.
Oh no.
It steps out of the pot and then just wood splinters everywhere.
I hope you realize that my dumb, stupid, like, "Hiya, boss, how's it going?" That's gonna be the voice, whatever plant you put in this. And that's what it's going to
has
sound
to
like.
be.
It will just
Did-
have a stupid, like, dumb voice.
My last question about stuff that we're gonna sell is in Finch's inventory, did she keep track of all the eggs that Bruiser laid? And if so, are some of them gold that we could sell? If she's willing to part with it. I don't know
That's
if
a
Kirsten's willing to part
question
with it.
that I'll ask her sometime in the next couple weeks.
I have a pile of rocks that I'm going to see if I can't purchase.
Let's see your rock. I am jonesing to see the rock.
This is selenite.
Ooh.
Oh, pretty.
You can purchase one selenite rock.
This is rutilated quartz.
Ooh.
And this is Ethiopian opal.
Ooh. Opal is always opal. Mwah. Love opal. Yeah, you can have all of those. All of those are 100% okay by me.
I don't know how much rocks are. I'm gonna go by the price of most of the rocks in here at 10 GP.
Yeah,
each.
so I'll say you can buy. So like, I generally how I do it is gemstone. Like small gemstones are 5 GP, medium are 10, and then like big are like 15.
Alright, what is small and big in terms of gemstones?
I don't know. Small is maybe like what you could use like on a ring. Medium's like maybe like what you would use is like I don't know. Yeah, like a paperweight, and then like large is like a honkin' big boy. Like a large is like what you'd use like to hold I don't know a magical ocarina in.
Okay. And I'll get medium of all these gems.
Okay. Then you have
Things
medium
that serve me no
gemstones.
mechanical benefit are my favorite to spend money on.
Beautiful.
While Ava's doing that, I'll go with Finch, and she can use her persuasive skills, and I can use my deceptive skills to try to sell the puppet theater and the rocking horse at a very good price for us.
Alrighty. Actually,
Really sell them on the use of that puppet theater.
Exactly.
imagine all the uses. Hey, speaking of, actually, are we all done shopping? Because if we're all done shopping, then we'll get to one final little event, and then we'll call the session, I think. After we're done with bartering. But it will go hand in hand with the bartering, so.
Yeah.
If we're all done shopping, speak now or forever hold ye peace.
I'm wondering if I should get a Pearl of Power, because I think Finch wanted a Pearl of Power. Or at least have one for the group that people can attune to.
You're all pearls of power in my heart.
Oh,
I think
I feel like that should be your guys' party name, the Pearls of Power. I like that.
I do too.
We're all different color pearls. Jack's a black one. Finch is like a turquoisey one. Helia's like a really, really navy blue
An
one.
obnoxiously blue one.
like neon.
Liddy's a green one.
Oh.
Ava's a, I don't know what color Ava really likes, a silvery one. And then I could be like an icy one.
Yes, you want.
The sky blue one.
I want a pink one, but I don't know who would match the pink well.
That's
'Cause I
Bruiser.
know there are pink pearls. Okay, Bruiser's a pink pearl.
This is a pink
Yes.
pearl. I think Bruiser should just be like a lopsided egg-shaped pearl.
Kind of flat on one side.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there is a crystal navy blue color pearl. There's a crystal aqua blue. There's pearlescent gray. There's a crystal malachite type of pearl. Wow.
Wow. Alright, shoppers. Have we shopped till we dropped? Has our game
How much-
show completed?
How much does a pearl of power run?
I don't know what a Pearl of Power does. Give me a second. I have to... Pearl of Power. Let's see what a Pearl of Power does. While this pearl is on your person, you can speak its command word, regain one spell slot. Once you use it, can be used. 500 gold. Final answer, 500 gold.
500. Okay, I'll talk to Kirsten and see if she wants to put down the 5 for that.
Okay, works for me.
Okay. Well, we'll worry about that later. Alrighty. Let's go sell these things so we can get some money back.
Shop now or forever hold your peace, gamers. Final time.
I mean, Liddy's just kind of wandering around wide-eyed.
Abba will just silently walk up to Liddy and, like, just place the rocks in her hand.
Aww.
He does not have an introduction for this. He's just gonna do it.
She kind of looks between her hand and Ava, and then back at her hand, and then back at Ava, and just like closes her fingers around the rocks, and then just like tackles Ava's legs in the biggest hug.
It reminds me of the... So, I don't know if anybody else has this, but so when I was little and we went on vacation to Beaver Island up in Michigan, there was this store, like a toy store, and they sold these they had this big box of like weird rocks that you could put into little like purple velvet bags and take home. And for whatever reason, my brother, my sister, and I obsessed with them. Every single year we would get a bag of weird rocks.
Yeah.
And I just feel like
Can you send me the names of those rocks, Mia?
Oh, yeah, let me.
That's
I
good.
can put them in my inventory.
Here's a picture. This brings back so many memories.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing those.
Build a bag of
Oh.
rocks. Legacy Toys. A family experience.
Just put your
Mhm.
hand in like the container and just like move your fingers around.
Yeah, it was
Pick
so
up
fun.
handfuls.
Yeah, love that. Hearing them all like clickle clack down, you know, love that. Honestly, bro, those are great. I love them.
There
That's
was like one of those at like this shop in California, except they were all like natural gemstones, so you could sort of try to guess what they were. They weren't like dyed or anything. And me and my
Oh.
sister would have like competitions just rooting through it and finding the coolest ones to shove in our little bags. I remember going nuts for laced agate.
Oh, this is like crayon rocks. They sell like those, but they're made like wax, and they're like crayon. That's kind of cool. Huh.
Those children today are now dice goblins.
Yes, absolutely.
So true.
I was obsessed with them too, and now I'm a
Uh-huh.
dice goblin.
This is true. This is true. Dude, those rocks look awesome. Wow, those are cool looking rocks. Not gonna lie, those
Yeah.
are cool looking rocks. I'm giving those rocks a thumbs up. Those are cool looking rocks.
How much do rocks weigh? Because I have a bunch in my inventory now, and I feel like I should actually
Small-
be paying attention to how much they weigh.
Small rocks, medium, any rock that's worth less than 10, any rock that's worth 10 or less, I'm not gonna, like, I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, eventually, I guess if you start carrying around a bag of paperweights that's, like, 50 paperweights large, then maybe I'll start figuring out how much a paperweight weighs, and then, like, start calculating that out. But for right now, I think your rock collection, your burgeoning rock collection is not big enough where I will police it. For now, you can have as many rocks as you want.
So how many
Sweet.
bags of holding do we have?
Just one.
Just
One just for rocks.
Yeah, you need a second one. Like, yes, it's just a one giant rock bag, like, that you just reach your hand in, and there's just tons of rocks.
And how
It's like
much
one of
was
those
it?
bins. That's my goal.
I I do actually really like the idea. So it reminds me of this time. Also, yes, that does look like blueberry cake. But it reminds me of this. So in one of my campaigns, I think it was in Curse of Strahd. We went to this temple, and it was like made out of amber, and like everything, like there was like these amber golems in there. And we killed the amber golems, and we were like, man, these would be worth so much money if you could, like, break them down and bring them home. So we spent, like, a whole session trying to figure out the best way to, like, efficiently break down and store these amber golems in, like, a bag of holding. And, like, how to, like, okay, so if we cut them into tubes, that's, like, we eventually decided on cutting them into, like hexagon shapes and stuffing them into the bag. Oh, it was so stupid. Our DM was like, why are you doing this? Don't
I actually
please.
have a giant rock collection that I just bought them from this dude who collected them, and he passed away, so he gave them to his son, and his son was like, I'm just gonna sell them. So he just sold me like 4 crates
Oh my
of
gosh.
stuff for like, I don't know, $100 or something, and it has like 3 of those forbidden blueberry cream cakes. It has like 3 of those, a bunch of like onyx, like just a bunch of shit that I haven't really done.
There's like a
Yeah.
fun hippie store at the mall near me, and in there they have tons of really nice looking rocks, and I always really want to buy some, but they charge an arm and a leg for those rocks, I'll tell you that.
I have a lot of rocks in my house because my mom is very into them, and I'm also very into them. They're pretty. So there's just a lot of rocks lying around on various shelves.
I love that. I personally am a huge, I don't know, man. If I had infinite money, I would just live in a rock. That'd be it. I'd build my house out of fun looking rocks, and I'd never look back.
Mhm.
Like those chairs made out of like huge amethyst geodes, and then like that rose
Ooh.
quartz
Oh yeah.
like bathtub.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I have a question though. 'cause,
Yes.
I have a bunch of stuff in my inventory that's not on the group list. Do we want to just like put all of our stuff in the party inventory and then just say who has it, or are we
Things
okay?
that we're buying.
Just stuff. Like I just have random stuff like
I will note that anything Helio
from,
is
like, the
carrying
background.
is small sized, so anything Helio is carrying could really only feasibly be used probably by Jack and maybe Liddy.
well, I mean I have a pearl worth 100.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Yeah.
never
Yeah,
mind.
because we got that. That wasn't that
For
from
identifying.
our loot?
Yeah, but I don't here it's only I think it's only marked that Finch and Vesper have one.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you want to like mark it down, but I also have like I have the 300 pounds of silver shavings.
Right.
300 pounds of
Or
silver
not 300
shaving.
pounds, but 300 coins worth of silver shavings.
300 pounds. Holy Jesus.
That would have been funny. I'm sorry. Yeah, but 300 gold or silver worth of powdered silver. I don't know if we wanted to put that in the inventory just to so everybody
Tell
knows,
you
like,
what,
hey, we-
how's about maybe during our hiatus, our D&D siesta, you guys can collectivize your inventories. Collectivize, everyone, collectivize. But
During our hiatus, I will fill the chat with rocks.
a rock a day. I feel like we should do a daily rock every single day, a new rock, just to keep
All
us
right,
going.
everyone.
Lily's gonna run out of pockets.
It's 12 a.m. Submit your rock photos for the teacher.
Yes.
I'll make a Google Doc that's able to be edited by everyone, and then you can just edit it in your own time with the stuff that you want to share with everyone.
There will
So
be
I know
other.
There will be.
I've got a lot of busy
people.
work for you guys over the break, so you guys will. Though you will not be playing D&D physically, you will be playing it in spirit by doing busy work to make my life easier in the long run. Ha ha ha!
Yay!
Suckers. But
I am looking forward to it because I just feel like there's stuff that that I have the party should know about because they know about it in character, but it would be a lot easier if you guys saw it.
I'll make a Google Doc, and then we can just all put in the stuff that we would want to share between each other,
Okay.
so that we all have visual access to it. And then you could just be like, "Can I have some of this?" And just say that you use it.
Okay, that works.
all right, last call for shopping, and then we're gonna dive into some silly stuff to round up the session.
Oh,
Does the
that's
silly
so
stuff
cool.
include us trying to sell this stuff, or are we just gonna sell
Yeah,
it?
the silly stuff will include that. The silly stuff will include that. But there's other silly stuff that will happen in the meantime.
Because I wish Finch was here to be very persuasive about her silly selling.
Silly selling. So, final call. Going
I think
once,
we're good.
going twice. Sold. All right. So, you guys are selling a
Puppet theater.
puppet
A
theater.
wooden rocking horse with silver inlay and silver eyes. We're gonna change it to the silver eyes.
Okay.
Of beautiful craftsmanship. And then a wooden puppet theater with gold trim along with gold stringed puppets wearing bejeweled costumes.
All right. Let me find one quick thing, and then we will hop back into it, gang. We'll hop right back into it. Oh, of course, Google's not going to cooperate with me. Come, Google. Show me your secrets, friend. La 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 la.
I like the crystals that are like clusters. I like cluster crystals.
Like amethyst.
Or like a like emerald type, like that kind of hexagonal shape.
Mm.
Ah.
All right. So, your best bet for selling weird nonsense, and where you probably have been buying a lot of your like common and uncommon magic items, is this like house-looking thing down the road here, at a place called, let's find the name, Valivo's Sundries, and it is run by a kind of like odd woman who, like, in your time buying things from her, she's like very like she's hard to like bargain with, because she'll like she's hesitant to let anything go. Like when you're buying her her sending stone, she'll be like, oh, but that's the one my grandma used to call my great niece 3 years ago. Oh man, how I can't sell that to you, but man, I do need that money for putting my kid through college, and then she'll sell it to you eventually. She's just kind of like an odd, kind of like a weird lady that has a lot of weird stuff. And she will, you think, probably, buy your weird puppet theater.
And then she'll say it was her grandfather's puppet theater.
Yes, then she'll turn around and say, my grandson used this puppet theater to travel the world. Are you going to sell her your weird puppet theater?
Yeah.
All right. She will look at the puppet theater. She'll play with the puppet theater. She'll kind of like, maybe she won't do a show, but she'll kind of like, like look at the puppets, look at the curtains, kind of inspect it, do like the Toy Story 2, like, like look at it through like a bunch of like different like little like magnifying lenses, like look at it. And she will determine it to be worth. She'll say she'd give you 1,500 gold for it.
As far as we know, it's worth what, 2,500?
Yeah,
Is
you guys can probably appraise it for 2,500 gold.
Where's Finch when you need her?
Finch is powered down, asleep. Finch needs a reboot.
Well, I know you need to make a profit off of it. I'm pretty sure you're not wanting to keep it. And we know that it's worth quite a bit. So I'm wondering if we could get maybe 2,000 out of it?
She'll think about it, and
jewels are very
she'll say that she'll buy it for 2,000. In fact, she'll buy it for more than 2,000 if you guys can put on a play for her using the puppet theater
Damn it, Finch.
with Helio as the main character.
Oh god, I knew it!
Helio, you could also summon your friend and he could be a character in it as well.
Sold.
How much extra if we put on a play with it?
Should give you 3,000 if it's a good play.
Ooh.
How much time do we
this
have
is
to
an
think about it?
character suggestion because I don't think Ava would suggest it, but I need somebody to say it. Ava and Liddy could be little mice in the play.
Oh my
Liddy's
goodness.
gonna offer to do music with Minor Illusion and do a little soundtrack for the show.
Helio's already getting into costume.
To flesh it out for you, I will say, I think it says it comes with puppets, doesn't it? I actually don't
Yeah.
know. I'll say there's a puppet of a knight, a wizard, a paladin, a shopkeep, a dragon, a cat, a mind flayer, and one that you guys can pick. I'll let you guys have one freebie that you guys can. It's just kind of just a doll that you guys can dress up however you like.
I only got like 5 of what you said. Don't know how much more there was.
Now I have a critical question.
Yes.
Is this going to be improv, or is our homework for the 2-week break going to be to come to you with the best play?
I'll tell you, if you guys want to come to me with the best play ever after 2 weeks, I would not be opposed to that idea. But if you guys want to do an improv play, I will not stop you.
Look, I actually had this homework assignment in high school when I was in my costume makeup class. We had to come up with everything, so I kind of want to.
Improv it?
Kind of do.
Okay.
I want to draw up the costumes.
Wait. Improv it or spend the 2 weeks on it?
No, I want to spend the 2 weeks on it. And
Or spend the
come
2
up
weeks
with,
on it.
Yeah, and come up with like costume drawings and like references and all sorts of shit.
Yes.
Works for me. If that's what you guys want as part of your homework, that's fine with me. You guys will have 2 weeks. Might as well keep you
You're
guys
gonna have
busy.
to send us the official list of all the props we have available.
I will tomorrow. If this is what we're gonna do, I will send out a list of.
Yes.
I'll offer to. I don't think that works like that. No, never mind. I was gonna say use Druidcraft to make little stick props if we need it.
Yes.
I love
I
that.
think we should have a narrator, and
Yes.
then Helio will just like act to the narrating but not say anything.
Yes.
One of those type.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I like that.
And Liddy can do music and sound effects.
I feel like I like the idea of Jack being like the puppeteer. Like Jack's just like all these are hand puppets, and Jack is just like standing inside the hand puppet, like wildly flailing around.
Flitting between them so fast.
Yeah, and like trying his like he's like in like a Mickey Mouse costume because they're kind of like too big for him because they're designed for like a human hand.
I will use Druidcraft to create environmental effects to set scenes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Like a
Yes.
thin blanket of snow covers the stage. Oh no.
Helio
But-
wants to play the paladin.
Okay.
I'll do whatever Finch tells me to, because I'm pretty sure Finch is going to be the narrator, right? I
Probably.
mean,
Finch will probably be the narrator.
she's our bard. She has to narrate the entire story.
Mhm.
Can I get a fine enough produced flame that I can make like a little teeny torch that doesn't set anything on fire?
Yes, I would 100% allow this.
Yes.
All right, but I will leave.
Unless Finch wants to just do the music.
Mm,
Do you think she can do the music and narrate at the same time?
probably.
I mean,
She's-
it's a
talented
bard.
bard.
Bards can do a million things at once.
She's just a one-man band with her like drum, her
Yeah.
bagpipes, her violin, her
You do
flute.
enlarge reduce on Finch, and then she's doing the music, the narration, and the acting all in one.
That's great.
And I'll just watch. Because I'm pretty
Oh.
sure there's nothing really I can contribute to any of this.
Oh,
I
we'll
don't have any
find you
cool
something.
spells.
We'll find you something. Just wait.
All right. So I will leave that as homework to you guys. But as you guys emerge from the shop, 3,000 gold reacher, because I'm sure you guys are going to earn it. You will
Yes.
see.
Tattoos.
You will see. So there's this shop here. There's a guy standing outside, and you will have seen him as you walked in, and you'll have seen him all day. But he'll approach you, and he's this kind of sleazy guy. He's got like kind of like the neck beard going on,
Ugh.
like a pair of
Are
like.
you wearing a hat by any chance?
No hat.
Okay.
He's got kind of scruffy, kind of sweaty hair, from like the kind of like spring heat, the spring almost like summery heat. And he'll approach. Who's like standing about? Who's outside? Like who's like? I guess. I'm trying to think about who looks the most gullible.
Oh no.
Um,
Here you go.
Or Liddy?
Liddy.
Or
I was gonna say Liddy or Ava.
Or both of us together?
Oh no. You just want us
I like to
accept
imagine he
this
saw
guy's-
the rock scene earlier. It's
Yes.
just like these two. It's these two.
Oh,
So-
no.
so,
we're
Liddy-
about to get tied into something.
Liddy,
Oh,
you'll
man.
see this guy. He'll kind of like he'll be talking to people, but then like he'll see you guys come out of the shop, and he'll kind of scurry on up to you guys, and Liddy, he'll point at you, and he'll point back to his store, and he'll say, "You know what you look like? You look like the kind of guy that could use a brand new cart. A brand new cart. Look at that one. Look at that one right there." And he'll point to a cart that has a wheel missing and is kind of like worse for wear. And he'll say, "Right now, I'll sell that cart to you for 100 gold pieces. 100 gold pieces. That's it. You walk out of here, brand new cart, one cart richer."
But why would I want a cart that doesn't work?
But it does work. It does work. It's a new patented three-wheel design. It rolls faster than in other carts, and it's more durable. Less repairs because you only got the 3 wheels. Trust me, this is the best investment you'll ever make.
Can I make an insight check?
You can make an insight check.
Trying to get 100 gold. out of this.
Yeah, it's a broken cart. You do see he has other carts though. He has like nice carts, but he is trying, it seems, to sell this kind of grubby cart.
She'll kind of lean back towards the rest of the group. Do we even need a cart? Is that? I mean, we don't need one, do we?
I mean, we've got Helio's disc.
And Ava and I can turn into to horses, and you guys can ride us if you need to.
He'll see you guys talking, and he'll pull out a slip of paper, and he'll say, all right, you guys are tough customers, but I'll throw in a 5% discount on a brand new horse. From
Well, we definitely don't need a horse.
We are horses.
We are horses.
I mean, technically that makes sense because you two can turn into horses. Finch and I can ride you, and then Jack and
then
Helio
they
could
can
sit on our
just be in
shoulders.
pockets or shoulders. Yeah, it's
So
really
we don't
not.
need a cart, we don't need a horse, we don't need any of that.
Yeah, sorry, we're not interested.
Are you sure about that though? I mean, like look at this cart. Look at it. It rolls so smooth it rolls. Look at it go, and it'll kick it, and it will like roll uncontrollably down the street, like just crazy fast down the street. And it will then be brought back by a horse who will like scurry it back, and then like will drop it back off here, like outside the shop, and he'll look at you as though this was some very impressive feat.
Wait, hold on. Was the horse attached to it when it went rolling, or did the horse?
The horse
like,
is not attached.
pick it up
The
with
horse
Oh, good.
comes out. The horse comes out of this like stable looking building here.
I
comes
want to
out.
cast Speak with Animals and talk to this horse.
This horse needs a backstory.
Are you gonna cast Speak with Animals and speak with
I'm
the
gonna
horse?
cast Speak with Animals and talk to this horse.
Just be
Okay.
like, what's this guy's deal?
So, the horse will inform you that he works for a man named Chancerl. Chancerl. Of Chancerl's Fine Harnesses, who sells horses and the harnesses to go on them. And Chancerl is this guy's brother, and together they run a somewhat sleazy horse and carriage business where they sell you both bits separate.
The horse ends up being just as sketchy as the guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is the horse like in on it, or like just a horse that they're using?
The horse,
Like,
the
how
horse
does-
is just kind of a
how
horse
does
that
the
they're
horse
using.
feel about
the
this?
horse doesn't seem particularly bothered. The horse likes
Okay.
getting the exercise. It will tell you that it
Yeah.
likes running up and down the street, picking up a shitty cart every once in a while.
Like, you're really good at it too.
He'll look very proud with his hooves.
See, I'm just completely ignoring this other guy now and just talking to the horse.
He'll in a last ditch attempt, he'll say, all right, you drive a real hard bargain, and now you're talking to an animal. That's really weird, but listen, I don't judge here. We don't judge, and you know what, I'll charge you.
What would be judging?
You know, the whole talking to an animal thing, that's just a little strange, a little bizarre, but I'll charge you
I think so.
25 gold pieces for this cart and a chance to have that horse.
What do you mean by a chance?
A chance is in, I'll give you this coupon and you can go talk to my brother and see if you can buy it.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
That is a chance. I mean, that definitely falls under the dictionary definition of chance.
Yeah, but no, thank you. And she'll turn back to the horse and keep talking to the horse.
Okay, the horse will just tell you all the tales of people who have been suckered in by this guy and have bought things.
But it doesn't seem like the horse doesn't want to be there or
No,
wants
the
to be
horse
freed or
the
anything.
horse just
Okay,
kind of
yeah.
is just hanging out, just likes
The horse
likes being.
works for the IRS and has all of his receipts.
Yes.
The horse is an undercover
horse is
agent. You're not
undercover.
being recorded right now, says the horse,
Yeah.
as it pulls out a small recording device and tucks it into
Yeah.
your pocket.
Contact you regarding your wagon's extended warranty.
Your wagon's extended warranty.
Helio,
Yes.
you know how you like to do shenanigans and mess with people and stuff?
Yes.
I would totally, definitely, absolutely be down for you to do something with this guy.
Really?
Yeah. Just no beans.
No. Oh. Okay.
No beans. But
Well, I have
anything
an
else will be
idea.
fun.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Helio's going to float up behind the dude.
Okay.
Is anything? So I'm coming behind him. What's in front of him?
I would say he's shifted his routine to another group of unsuspecting travelers.
Is there anything directly in front of him though?
Other than people, no.
I'm gonna fly just enough to the side where there's nothing like if he was to move, he wouldn't collide with anything.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Actually, we'll just forget about that. I'm gonna fly down to his feet.
Okay,
I'm gonna stand right behind him.
okay.
I'm gonna take out my
Hey, Helio.
yes.
While you're standing there, a paw is gonna reach out and hand you a rope. And then you're just gonna hear in Sylvan, tie it around his legs.
Well, I'm gonna do that because that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
A random paw with a rope just gives it to you.
Okay.
And you
Not
just are
even
like, yep,
questioning it.
yeah.
All right.
He's gonna do it.
So yes, you tie the rope around his legs, and before you can even see what pod figure has handed this to you, you'll see the cart that he did once kick down the street has now been kicked again, and is now dragging him very fast down the street as he goes sliding down the street, and is like bouncing along, like going down the street, and then the horse is like wildly chasing after him, like all the fun in the world. Can't wait to go get this cart again.
It's a good thing he's so greasy, and he just slides right across that.
Yes, he is very, very slimy, and he does just leave a trail of like slime wherever he goes. But
Like a snail.
Helio, before you can even look back to see what has handed you the rope, there is nothing there.
He looks around. Huh. Well, he's satisfied. Then he drifts back to Vesper. Did you see that?
That was impressive.
Yes.
How'd you come up with that?
I don't know where the rope came from, but just a little here or there. And he just kind of like does a motion of tying the rope. I don't know. It just came to me.
I'll say that as you're doing this, the guy will be dragged back like the opposite way now. By like the horse has the front of the cart and is dragging the cart back to the store, and he is like this time slowly being dragged back uphill to the front of the shop as he's like trying to untie himself. Like he's like on his back trying to untie himself while he's being dragged across the street.
As soon as the horse gets back, Liddy's like petting it and showering it with praise. Like, you're so fast, you're so strong.
It
I'm
will
gonna grow some good berries and
100%.
feed one to the horse.
It will love this. It will love all of this attention. This is more attention than it gets in a lifetime, so it will love this.
Nope, I don't have good berries equipped. I'm just gonna give the horse some rations.
If you want a good berry, you can have a good berry. They'll just be a little furry paw. We'll just kind of hand you a good berry. Like as you're in this kind of crowded street, and you'll just kind of feel like a furry paw hand you a good berry in your hand. Like slip one into your hand, and then
I'll take the good berry, give the paw like a little low five.
okay, all right.
No thought was put into where this good berry came from.
Okay.
Right?
He's too busy thinking about, this is a pretty good horse. Maybe we should make friends with this horse.
Oh, Liddy's already halfway there. Like, as soon as Liddy saw a horse, she was like, I must make friends with horse.
A good berry for a good horse.
Yes.
He's reconsidering whether they do in fact need a horse. 'Cause this horse is pretty good. You get to pass up, you might
I
say.
mean, you could try to persuade the horse to just come join us on our adventures and like leave them.
He really likes running up and down the street every day after the cart.
I
If
know,
he
but
if he
think
likes
about
it
all the
here,
adventures he could have with us and running up and down the roads.
I mean, I'll give the horse a sales pitch and see if it's at all interested in coming with us.
You
But
can
I'll
give
be
me
honest
your
about, like-
horse-based sales pitch.
Well, we do a lot of running around, and we see a lot of places, a lot of different places. There are sometimes some scary things that we have to fight, but we've got some other animal friends that travel with us, like Bruiser and Jaro and
Caw,
the little
starfish. I'm
the
making
little
the
ice
noises.
dude that I don't think has a name yet.
Can you polymorph animals? Could you polymorph the horse into another animal?
Yeah, I think so.
So you can like add that to it and just be like, we could polymorph you into like something cool, like
Cooler than a
tiger or
horse,
something.
though.
Well, but like maybe he has a dream to be like a bear for just an hour to just to see what it's like to be a bear.
Yeah, we do all sorts of magic stuff, and
We do a lot of traveling, which means there's sometimes danger, but there's also different types of grass.
there's a lot
different
of
types
different...
of okay, all right. With
And
the different types
sometimes
of
we find carrots.
make me a persuasion check with advantage with the different types of grass.
Oh gosh, I'm not good at this.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, the horse will seem thoroughly convinced by the different types of grass argument. It really likes the sound of different types of grass. And while you're talking about these different types of grass, you'll feel kind of like something on your shoulder, and like you're kind of like gesturing, like, oh, there's this kind of grass, and you stick your hand out into the air, and hey, that grass just is in your hand, and then all the different kinds of grass just appear in your hand, and every single time, everybody that is looking at Liddy will see a Herringon will kind of appear, plop some grass into Liddy's hand, and then will disappear, and then will like appear again, and then do the same thing in that routine.
A
Oh, wow.
what?
A Herringon.
The bunny person.
Yeah, bunny people.
Oh. Huh.
Those
Interesting.
bunny people are those herringons. They're from the Feywild, right?
They are indeed.
Oh, my people.
I like to imagine the conversation about different types of grass is just something like, there's one that's brown and it's about this tall and it's thinner than the other ones.
But then
It
there's a
smells a
green
little bit
one.
sweeter too. I don't know if it tastes sweeter because I haven't tried it, but
Tried it, it does taste
The
sweet.
horse will 100% eat all of this up, literally and figuratively. And like I said, if you say like, oh, there's this kind of grass and this kind of grass, and you maybe like you'll stick your hand out as you're gesturing to that kind of grass out in the distance.
it's like this tall.
It will appear you'll see like a little fuzzy hand it to you, and then you'll just be holding it in your hands.
Every time, like Liddy will like keep going with her spiel, but she will stop and say, "Oh, thank you so much," and then just keep going.
There's one that's about this high, and if you eat it, it will make your mouth fuzzy, but it tastes like lemon, so...
But as you're doing that, as you're being handed grass, you'll hear through the crowd, you'll hear a, "Hey, it's that dumb rabbit! Get back here! Get back here!" And then you'll hear you'll see the salesman guy, still like rope tied between his legs, like he's managed to like get himself kind of free, but he's still like he's waddling down the street, shaking his fist, trying to get the rabbit, and then you'll see the rabbit kind of like, your little Herringon friend, I will show you guys where you guys are at. You guys are about here. This is not here though. This is Mia, and this is Mia. He'll run off this way, and then he'll go up this street here, and he'll give you guys one final wave, and then he'll kind of like point this way as though he wants you guys to follow him, and then he'll run off that way into the crowd.
Liddy will kind of wave back and then turn back to the horse. So I don't know if any of that sounds good to you, but if you want to come with us, we can try and figure that out.
The horse will 100%. You had it at grass.
So then Liddy will turn to the rest of the group and say, can we take the horse with us maybe? I think he would really like to come on our adventures with us. What do y'all think? He can maybe
We
carry some of
already-
our bags or stuff.
We already have a starfish. We have a chicken. We have ice mephit. Why not add a horse to it?
Ice
Wait.
method in a jar, just to be.
Yes,
Hold
ice
up,
mephit in a
where did
jar.
we get the ice method?
From the lever.
There was a pipe that then they pulled the lever. They captured an ice mephit. They basically just stuffed an ice mephit into a jar and have made it their friend.
Okay, that tracks.
Friend is a generous word.
Yeah, friend is a very generous word. Yeah.
Liddy,
Yes?
have you asked him what his name is?
Oh no, I didn't. And I'll turn back to the horse. Hi, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Liddy. Do you have a name? Did they give you one, or do you have one that you like?
He'll say his name is Yep, but you get the impression that that's just what they say to get him to go. Like, yep, go! You know, that kind of thing. And if he does have a name, he doesn't know it. He just responds to Yep.
All right, well, we can work on that.
Guys,
And
I think we're losing our friend.
Okay.
We should go.
do we need to pay for the horse if he's gonna come with us?
But the horse
I mean,
said he wanted to come with us.
That's
We're not
true.
forcing him to.
That's true.
Before
Guys?
you have time to consider paying for the horse, you'll see that same furry little hand stick out and then hand you a rolled up piece of paper, and then the furry little hand will disappear again.
What's the piece of paper say?
It's a deed to the horse.
oh,
Perfect. Off we go! Come on, friend.
Helio, come back here.
And as we walk off, I'm gonna just start again rambling to the horse. Now I noticed that you really like grass, so I was thinking maybe we could give you a name that's like Clover or Meadow or something to do with grass, because I know you like that a lot.
He likes Clover. I like Clover too, because that's easy to remember, and I'll remember Clover.
I almost suggested crab, but
Crab! I like crab. Do crab. The
And
crab,
she'll
the
just start
horse.
listing different types of names of grasses and grass-related things.
I'll
So
let that
can
be another
definitely
part of your homework. Will be name the horse.
Oh, man,
the
what
horse
kind
is
of
gonna have like 5 names by the end of it.
Yes. Mhm.
grass names? What are some cool grass names?
Tiger.
Kentucky bluegrass,
Helio
ryegrass.
just kind of like is going the direction that the thing pointed.
Yeah, and Liddy's like leading the horse after the rest of the group now.
Yeah, I don't want to lose sight of Helio because I know what shenanigans he can get up to.
Does the horse
He's-
have any like bags on it?
No bags. Really, just kind of like a very fancy looking saddle.
I'm gonna. Can I try and like secure the deed to the saddle?
Yeah, you
I
can.
think Ava feels weird now that he's decided the horse has self-sentience. He feels weird owning its deed, so he's gonna give the deed to the horse.
What if he just eats the deed? So it's like there's no more deed.
I mean,
No.
maybe wait until we get out of the town where people know who it used to belong to.
The Harangon.
All right. So, as you guys trounce down the street, you'll see your sleazy friend waddling after the Harangon, who will hop into these bushes here and will seemingly disappear.
Bushes?
Does he look like he saw where the Harangon went?
He looks like he saw it, but he's also kind of like he's moving really slowly. And he also just kind of like he'll like kind of like wave his hand as though it's not worth his time to go catch it, and then he'll start like walking back.
Wait, which bush did the Harangon go into?
It'll happen to this bush.
Let's go behind these houses so we don't run into that dude. And he sees the horse.
Our horse now
Sneak,
legally.
sneak,
Oh,
sneak.
Liddy is like not even hiding the fact that she's got this horse now that he tried to sell her a chance to buy. She's just like, yeah, I got it. It's mine now.
He
I
will.
got-
And
You coward.
You will see that he's kind of like he's a little bit flustered, a little bit like having like not the best day. It seems as though like the whole being sent down the street kind of thing is not really sitting well with him. So he's just kind of grumbling, and he doesn't really seem to notice you taking his horse.
it's not his horse anymore.
Are you guys gonna start looking for a Harangon?
Heck yeah!
Give me
Bunny friend, bunny pal.
investigation or perception checks. Actually, just perception.
Bollocks.
Just perception.
Just perception. Just perception. Ava, Liddy, and Helio, you guys all. So you guys are you're looking around, and the first thing that catches your eyes, and maybe like your noses, is the sweet smell of berries coming from the top of this hill. Like a very sweet like wild berry smell coming from the top of that hill, and it's like prominent enough, and like. It's prominent and I'm trying to think about like it's prominent and potent enough where like you're like there's that like if I was a fairy creature I'd be there, right? Like that's where I'd be. Like your first instinct is that, and then you start like you look at it and you see that all of these like bushes sort of like from about here all the way over to like over here, all these like bushes and trees have like tons of different like colored berries on them.
I'm gonna pick a blue one off the tree and eat it.
Okay,
Fucking-
give me one
Just to
second.
color at random. If blue is not readily available, whatever is at hand.
Give me one second to pull up my my berry table.
This is like the fruit that Hugo ate in the cave Back at
Yeah.
Good Hag. Oh my
Which I
goodness.
still have some.
Mhm.
Oh, we should have bought a bag of colding.
Oh. Wait, didn't we buy a bag of holding?
A bag of colding.
Oh,
A refrigerated bag of holding.
I mean, I could freeze some water for it now.
We could just put it with our method, friend.
Yo,
We have the jar of colding.
You give the fruit to the ice method, and the ice method eats it.
Oh man.
so you pop this berry into your mouth, and you take
Ooh.
4 cold damage. As like it's a very very cold, like it's got like kind of like a pepperminty kind of flavor almost. And it freezes your mouth. Like at first it feels like, oh, it's only freezing it like as though it's like kind of like setting off your like cold receptors in your mouth. But then you realize like there's actually ice forming in your mouth, and you kind of spit it out, and like out comes like a little bit of like ice crystals with it.
I have resistance to cold damage, but I'm gonna choose not to take it because that was right inside my mouth.
Okay.
Alma just sticks out his tongue and is holding a produced flame next to it.
I will say on your tongue there is like it is like thoroughly covered in like little ice crystals.
Oh.
But there are tons of berries everywhere. Tons and tons of different berries. And
boy.
nowhere to be found is your heron gone friend.
Helios gonna pick a bunch of them and put them in his bag.
Okay.
Yeah, Alda is he's gonna continue eating them, different ones. He's experimenting.
Okay, give me roll a d100.
I'll try one because Ava's eating one. I'll just
Say
try
Liddy
one.
might try and find one that looks similar enough to one she's familiar with.
Let's see what berry
And yeah,
you
probably
get.
you'll see at like some point him pull out a little book and draw a tiny little doodle of the berry and then equals. And then it's cold, frowny face.
A little snowflake.
So with that roll, you grab a berry, and it's kind of like it's a berry that's kind of surrounded, like its inside is like a small little like brownish looking berry type thing, but then surrounding it is a kind of like thick webbing of like not really like vines, but kind of like I'm trying to think of like the right word. Kind of like just like plant matter is kind of surrounding it, and when you plop it into your mouth, either if you take it off or not, if you take off the like kind of like the like outside shell of it, it just kind of tastes like a kind of sour, almost like a lemony taste. But if you plop it in your mouth with the outside cover on it, or if you take the outside cover off, it tries to like wrap around your tongue or your finger and will not let go. It's kind of like one of those like finger trap kind of toys, you know, and it will not like let go until you kind of like actively. Oh, my cat is stepping on my keyboard.
Because I was gonna say the thing he does with that is he tries to peel off the outer webbing and then eat it separately.
Okay, yeah, then it will.
Because some fruits you eat the inside and some you eat the outside.
Yeah, it will. You eat the inside, tastes kind of sour, kind of bitter, not really great. But then you eat the outside, and though it tastes fine, it kind of has a similar kind of bitter flavor. It like grabs. It kind of like has like a, like I said, like a finger trap type thing where it kind of like grabs onto your tongue for a minute until you kind of like get your teeth and you kind of like not like bite hard on your tongue, but you kind of like bite down enough to kind of like get it off your tongue, and then you can eat it just fine.
Can I? This is a weird question. Can I grab another one of those berries and just like wrap that matter into a little bracelet? Like use my arm as like a mold?
Yeah, you can do that.
Liddy wants to eat a berry.
Me too. I want to eat one.
Roll
just
me
one.
some D100s.
I just try one because I'm curious too.
Let's see. Alrighty. So, Liddy, you find what I think is one of my weirder ones. I say mine, but this is a list that I found online that I quite like, and it's you find a weird one. So it's you find these berries, and each one is it's sort of like each one is several berries on like a central axis, almost like a wheel, essentially. And you pluck one, and then all the other berries kind of spin around on a little wheel, like a Ferris wheel almost. and then they all kind of settle back, and then like each time you pluck one, the whole thing spins around once, and then it kind of like keeps doing that until it's all like expended, and then the wheel that's containing all of them will kind of fall off the tree, and scatter a bunch of seeds everywhere. The fruit itself is.
I want to take a couple of those seeds.
Okay. The fruit itself is unremarkable. It's got a very like acidic kind of flavor, and it kind of like it almost is like a little bit like. It's a little too sour for you to handle, but you can get it down. Like, you can get it down after a bit. And it tastes a little weird. The weirdest thing, though, is that once the wheel bit falls to the ground and is done scattering its seeds, it will always, every single time, no matter where you pluck the berries from, it will always roll straight towards this pond.
Which pond?
This pond.
Mm.
As for Vesper, you get a very tough kind of like it's not even really a fruit. It's more just like a like almost like a leaf essentially, like a thick kind of like leaf, and it's very chewy, very thick, and it doesn't have much flavor to it. It's kind of like a rubbery kind of like something you chew on like when you're trying to focus, you know.
Mm. Interesting. I'll take another one of those for Helio to try later.
Okay.
Hey, Ava, look at this! And Liddy will kind of pluck the fruit off of another wheel thing, and like it drops, the seeds scatter, and then it rolls towards the pond. She'll be like, it always rolls that way. Do you think that means anything?
Hey Ava, before you answer that question, a furry hand will stick out and we'll hand you a berry that's like basically transparent, and we'll say, "Try that one," and then
I'll try it.
Okay. You'll see Ava for a split second turn transparent, like is like pale as a ghost, and like you can see straight through Ava, like just for a split second, and then Ava will pop back into existence just as like nothing had ever happened.
Slowly poke him.
And it's weird because like you touch him and your hand goes through Ava for just a split second, like just enough where you're like, uh-oh, Ava's not real anymore. But then Ava fades back into like materialness, and your hand kind of just like pops back out.
Try and feed him to the horse.
I'm gonna stop that.
I'll feed the horse one of the ones I pulled off of the wheel, because I know nothing like happens. Okay. I don't know if it'll like the taste, but
it will gladly eat it. It likes any plant matter. It likes plants. It's just plant based.
I feel like Liddy just kind of like stepped in the way.
She's like, "Here, I got these for you."
Helio's just satisfied that he saw the horse eat one. So
has to prove the horse is real too.
Exactly.
I'm gonna try picking the berries off another wheel one, and this time, can I grab the wheel from the ground before it can roll? Well, is it gonna like struggle in my arms?
You grab it, and it's like trying to pick. It's like, you know how like if you really wind up one of those toy cars that like you pull it back, and then it shoots forward. You know, you grab it, and it's almost like trying to like stop it, and it will even kind of like if you grab it by its central axis, it will roll in your hand. You know, it will kind of like roll and like it will roll. You know, like the outside of it will roll around like a wheel, scattering and shooting the seeds everywhere as it does this. But other than that, it won't, like, it's a plant. It can't really fight itself. It can't fight its way to the pond. It can only do as nature intended it to.
Do we know it's a pond over there? Can we see it from here?
Yeah, you can see it from here.
Can
you
I
guys are up on a bit
put
of an
a little
incline.
bit of water from my water skin on it?
Yes, you can. And not much happens.
Is the pond, like, down a hill from us?
It is down a hill.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat one.
Any berry? Or do you want to...
One that's not like the others that we just saw.
Alrighty. You will eat...
I love that more than half the party is the type to experiment with their body.
Oh, yeah.
Helio, you'll eat one, and normally this has a different effect, but I'm gonna give it a different effect for fairies. You'll eat it, and your butt will change into like that of a firefly for a little bit.
Great, because I don't glow enough.
Yeah, so you'll have kind of like just a glowy butt, you know, like a bioluminescent butt for just a little bit. It will change back
feel
after a
like-
while, but
I feel like he would he notice this? Let's see.
you can make a perception check. No, I don't know if he would
doesn't
notice it.
Do we notice it?
Yes, you see Helio, like you see Helio is glowing more than usual, and
Can I-
While he's just picking up another berry and looking at it, he's like, "That's disappointing."
the flavor itself is very sweet. It's like a very sweet flavor.
Can I collect a couple of the bioluminescent butt berries?
The bioluminescent butt berries.
Yeah.
Okay, you can have as many bioluminescent butt berries as you so choose.
I'm just gonna take like 5. Because Alva doesn't know that the effect is different for fairies, and so he thinks that this is the most useful effect he's seen of them all.
Does Jack eat a berry?
Oh.
I
Can
think
we
Jack knows
persuade?
better than to eat a berry.
Hey, Fae friends, why don't you guys
Yeah.
make me a history, nature or nature check? Or maybe Arcana. I would let Helio do me an Arcana if Helio wants to do me an Arcana.
No.
Oh.
Helio does not want to do me an Arcana. Vesper, you, and Jack, you guys start to, like, as you're, like, looking at some of these, you're like, man, a lot of these are, like, Feywild plants. Like, it's weird to see them here, you know? Like, they're not, like, these are definitely, like, weird-looking plants. Like, you don't see plants that have wheel on them in the real world. Like, wheel plant is generally something that's reserved for, like, the Feywild. Weird ghost berry is something that you'd find in the Feywild. And you're starting to get the sneaking suspicion that whatever this is, it's, like, at least vaguely connected to the Feywild.
I'm gonna eat another berry.
Roll me a D100.
After examining that.
I feel like Helio just got so distracted from his glowing butt that he just started realizing, and that's why he rolled so bad.
Can I do something after Ava eats that berry?
Ava, you begin to slightly float off the ground. Just
And
slight.
I immediately clutch to some part of Liddy so that I don't fly off into the sky.
She holds her staff up for you to grab because she's probably too short to actually reach you.
Yes, you begin to just a little bit, like you maybe like get a couple inches off the ground, not very much, and then you'll just kind of plop back to the ground. But what did Vesper want to do?
Can I hold my hand out and think to myself and maybe say out loud, you know, I'd really like to try one of those ice berries that Ava tried, and if said paw tries to drop a berry in my hand, can I try to grab said paw?
Yeah, you can do that. So yeah, you'll hold your hand out, and you'll kind of like hear like a small little like poof kind of onto like the side, like to like the right side of your head as you're holding the your hand out, and you'll hear a voice say, "Man, you're weird." Before, and then like right as it goes to drop the berry into your hand, give me an athletics or acrobatics check to grab it. Alrighty. Herringon friend, let's see if you can roll better than the 21. No. You will grab the Herringon friend, who will come plummeting to the ground. He'll kind of like pop onto the ground, and like look up at you, and he'll say, "Well, that was rude." Before dusting himself off, and then handing you the berry as you requested.
Thank you.
And he'll say, "And to think I invited you guys into my grove."
well, maybe we wanted to have a little chat with you, and the fact that you just keep popping in and out, it was the only thing I could think of. Plus, I don't know your name, and you just wanted to talk.
He'll sit kind of crisscross, and he'll say, well, what did you want to talk about?
Well, my name's Vesper. What's yours?
I'm Nibble.
Nibble.
I want to offer Nibble the little bracelet made of lights from that berry from earlier.
He will take it, and he'll love it. And he'll actually use it as, not as a bracelet, but he'll use it... So you know how, like, in cartoons, like, rabbits... I hate that this is an established trope, but I'm gonna say it anyways. You know how in cartoons, female cartoon rabbits will use, like, scrunchies to make their ears into, like, a ponytail?
Yeah.
Yes.
He'll do that. He'll do that with the thing you've made. I love how that's an established trope that everybody understands. I just have to point out that that's a thing that people know when I say that's a thing. Anyways,
It's pretty much Babs Bunny in the frickin' the Space Jam movies, right? She's
Yeah.
got a ponytail. Yeah.
Lola Bunny.
Lola
That's
Bunny.
like her. That's like
That's
her
what it
thing.
is.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
I like how on top of making the ears into hair, they also did just give her extra hair.
Just in
Like,
case.
Yep.
Just in case you
Oh
couldn't.
yeah, in case it wasn't obvious.
Yeah, just in case you didn't.
it's
In case you
the
got any
bigger
ideas.
eyes was obvious enough.
And the
Mhm.
eyelashes.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you get that in there because you might
yeah.
you might be leaving them guessing. You don't know. But yes, he'll kind of do like a little quickly fashion it up into like a little ponytail. And he'll continue sitting crisscross, and he'll look at all my Fae friends, but all of you in particular. And he'll say, "You guys don't look like you're from around here. Are you guys lost?"
Not in particular. We're just passing through.
He'll look at you and God, that dog. I'm gonna go close my window. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I swear.
I have a question for you.
I'm gonna murder.
Do you have access to the Wild Beyond the Witchlight?
I do not. I keep looking and I don't have it.
Okay. I have the actual book,
Mm-hmm.
but I also know where you can look at like just the base information if you would like that. But there's a section on Fae hospitality and like Fae rules and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's actually in the book?
Yeah, for this particular realm, if you want to. I'll take a picture of it.
Yeah.
I just gotta find it real fast. There's like
Well-
3 rules that you can.
Oh, I do have access to it. I guess she did ended up buying it.
Oh, there you
We
go.
did already eat a bunch of things offered to us.
Yes, but that falls under hospitality
Right. Where?
because he did just claim this area as his grove. Therefore, when you entered, he has to provide for you since he invited you in.
Mm-hmm.
I return. Hello, everybody. My window is closed,
Hello.
and I will no longer be harassed by dogs. All right, but where was I? Yes, he'll like sit crisscross. He'll look up at you guys, and yeah, he'll say that you guys seem lost, and you definitely don't seem like the type that's from around here. Like you guys seem like you're a long way from home.
Well, and Liddy will kind of point to the horse. Well, he's from around here.
He'll hop over to the horse and he'll say, right, yeah, no, I've seen you around, and he'll kind of give the horse like a little fist bump as best as he can with the horse's hoof, which I don't know if the horse will entirely reciprocate, but you know, it's the thought that counts. Before hopping back and saying, well, if you guys are here and you're adventuring around, surely you guys have heard the secret of this place, hmm?
Rules of
Secret?
conduct.
What do you mean by secret?
He'll look at you and like his eyes will go real wide and he'll say, oh, if you don't know, maybe I shouldn't tell you. Pretend I didn't say anything. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Okay.
You are expected to be gracious, accommodating to them, as they prove by their words and actions undeserving of such hospitality.
We know about the meteor that landed last night.
He'll look at you and he'll go, old news, old news. Listen, I've got the premium secrets here. You can't... Listen, this place, 10 times more magical than any stupid rock falling from the sky. But I can't tell you
You're
any
not
secrets.
supposed to talk about. We shouldn't ask him about it. We don't want to make him tell the secret.
No, we don't want to know his secrets.
But my secret, they're the best secrets. Why don't you want to know my secrets? Give me 3 reasons why I don't want to know my secrets.
Because they're secret. You're not supposed to tell them.
I can tell.
Wait. Okay, I see where it is, person in the book.
Okay.
I'm wondering how. Well, I mean, Ava did give you a gift.
He'll look at you and he'll nod.
So maybe, just a little bit of information given back.
He'll think. And he'll say, I guess I could give you guys some information. But it seems like you guys don't even want it. Seems like you guys don't even want my information. I'd rather give you guys something that you wanted.
What did we want?
All right, I have a question. Was Liddy like telegraphing? Like, was she being
No,
overtly, I don't want to
was-
know your secret, or was
No,
she?
she was being like legitimately sincere of like he has a secret. We're not supposed to ask about it.
Oh.
Like we're going to respect the fact that he has a secret. Like
Celia was totally trying
Totally
to use
sincere
reverse
about it.
psychology.
Yeah,
I don't know what Helio was doing, but
Or sociology.
We don't want to get you in trouble if you're not supposed to share the secret.
I mean, I can share the secret with some people. I mean, it's a secret. A secret's not a secret if only one person knows about it.
I thought that's exactly what a secret was.
I mean, it's not a fun secret then. Fun secrets are when a lot of people know about it. That's when it's a fun secret.
Wait, there are different types of secrets?
Yes, there's a million types of secrets. There's like secrets between friends. There's secrets about there's like secrets like the secret hole over there. But I can't tell you about that yet. There's secrets like, and he'll go on about different kinds of secrets. All the secrets that he loves, all of his favorite secrets.
Is the secret hole a type of secret, or is that a subcategory under one of the secrets?
He'll kind of like, after explaining all these secrets and being asked this question, he'll kind of like grab his head a little bit and he'll say, it's a secret. I think it's a secret. I think it's a secret. But it's a secret hole. Only true Fae are allowed in there. Said that leads to somewhere pretty crazy. I don't know. I've only ever gone in once or twice myself. But every time I find myself back at the surface without really remembering what's inside.
Oh, Alice in the Wonderland arc?
Are we going to go to the Feywild by going through that hole?
I didn't think to
'Cause-
ask, is this rabbit person a white-colored rabbit? And does he have a pocket watch?
Oh, my cat. Hello. You are very sweet. Hello. Hello. No, he's just like, let me find a picture of a good Harengon picture. Images. Oh, my cat, you are very sweet. I am glad, I'm glad you're here, but you're also causing me a bit of problems, because it's a bit difficult to find a picture of a rabbit man while you're on my shoulder. Oh, what sucks is that I had a good picture of a rabbit man, but then I didn't save it. I'll find
also,
a rabbit man picture later.
size-wise, I don't know anything
Small.
about these rabbit folk. Small, so more like my size
Yes,
than...
like about exactly your size.
Okay. Well, that's new and exciting for Liddy.
Like, if you actually excluded the ears, he might actually be smaller than you are. That's if you
Wow.
exclude the ears.
Right.
But with the ears, quite tall. Or at least quite tall by your standards. Well, I can't find a picture of a Harengon that I like, and I had one, but I lost it. So, for now, imagine what Mr. Nibble looks like in your head.
Well, I'm sure that you could probably entrust your sacred secret with either Helio or I. You know, Fae friends can keep secrets.
Yeah, they can.
I love that she leaves Jack out.
Well, Jack's indisposed.
Jack cannot keep a secret. She'd be lying if she tried to include him.
This is very true.
Tell you what, I can tell you,
Oh, this is a cute bunny.
but you can't tell the fuzz.
Of course.
Can't tell the fuzz.
Who are the fuzz?
I don't know. Police, the law. I don't know. Anybody.
See, I thought, because you're fuzzy, I thought you... Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I don't want them finding out about this. I don't know. There could be some crazy stuff in there, and who knows? Who knows what's in there? I don't. But I guess maybe I could let you guys in and see if you guys could find something.
I'm gonna lean into Jack. Jack, are you one of the fuzz?
That is a very good question.
I wouldn't say my hair is fuzzy, more luxurious, a little
Oh no, I cannot hear you.
bountiful.
He said that his hair is luxurious. It's not fuzzy.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no. Does the secret nibble have something to do with the secret hole?
He'll nod.
When was the last time you went down your secret hole?
Oh, it's been a long time. I don't know. I was told by someone, I think, that I wasn't supposed to go in there. But I don't know. I think it's neat. And I kind of want to go back in, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't go. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know.
Is this the part we aren't supposed to hear, or is this part okay to listen to?
I think this part's okay. I think you guys are fine. Unless one of you guys is the fuzz. Then I don't know if I can... I don't know.
Are we supposed to know for the fuzz, or...
If you're the fuzz, you'll know. Are you fuzzy? Look at you. He'll grab,
mean,
like, Helio and he'll kind of, like, ruffle him about. Are you fuzzy, kid?
I can be fuzzy if I want to.
We can both be
And Lydia
fuzzy.
will wild shape into a bunny.
He'll, as soon as you do that, he'll go like, ah! And then he'll, like, teleport away into, like, a tree nearby, and he'll say, I don't want you to be fuzzy. I want to make sure you're not part of the fuzzies.
She'll turn back. Sorry.
I feel like he took Helio with him and is just
So does that include you as fuzzy?
I'm fuzzy, but I'm not part of the fuzz, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not part of the fuzz, the man, the law. I'm not part of them.
Is being part of the fuzz a title or a feeling?
I think it's
he
both.
just said that it was part of the law. So I'm sure it's got something to do with someone who's, you know, in charge of things that go awry.
Lydia just kind of turns to look at Jack.
Yeah, I was also looking at Jack like, but he says he wasn't part of the fuzz.
Everybody's looking at, like, Jack. My bunny friend will now start looking at Jack, and he'll hop on over to him, and he'll do the same, like, routine where I'll grab Jack and I'll kind of ruffle him up a little bit and I'll say, like, what do you say, kid? Are you a member of the Fuzz? Can I trust you?
Is he
I'm not
talking?
sure we know what you mean by the word fuzz. I'm silky, perhaps? Obviously, you could see that, right?
He'll hop down and he'll hop over a little bit further and he'll say, well, I think I can trust you guys. I think I can trust you. You guys seem like you're the trustworthy sort. Tell you what. I will let you guys enter the deeper parts of my grove. But you can't tell the Fuzz you were here. Promise?
That should be no problem, seeing as how we
You
have
will
no
not
idea who
tell the
Fuzz is.
Fuzz that we are here.
Yes, the lawman, the popo. You can't tell him that you were here. If they find out that there's something in there that's bad, well, my head could be on the line. This would be that'd be really bad.
Oh, no.
But I'll let you guys in. I'll let you guys explore.
Did we learn his name?
Nibble.
Tell me your secrets, Nibble.
I like Nibble because I went to a Harengon name generator and the name that came up was Nibble, spelled like Nibbal, Nibble.
Aww.
And I love that. So his name is Nibble. But he'll hop on over and upon like showing you guys, he'll show you that there's a just a normal looking kind of like rabbit hole. Maybe a bit bigger than your standard rabbit hole, but about a standard rabbit hole size. Just kind of plugged into the side of this hill. That kind of goes out into like a little tiny like sandy kind of beach here. And outside of it, there's a little rug made out of kind of like a grassy kind of rug, and then there's a little door that plugs it up, and it is just right there.
How deep does the rabbit hole go?
You open it up, and it doesn't seem like... It seems like it goes on for a long time. Like, it seems like it's very big, and it has a lot of different, like, paths and things like that.
Why are we going down here?
Are you asking him?
I feel like Helios spaced out for a good, 3 minutes. So, out of character, why are we going down the rabbit hole?
Well, he said he has a secret, and he says when he goes down the rabbit hole, he's done it twice, but when he comes back up, he can't remember, which makes me feel like this is a portal to the Feywild.
But aren't Fuzzies Fey?
Yes. So I'm thinking this leads to somewhere that has a lot of Herringons, and he doesn't want us to tell the police Herringons that, we were told of this by Nibble.
Ah.
But I think he's just he's very mischievous, and he wants us to do it even though he says, it's a secret and he shouldn't, but he really wants us to do it, like what Helio always does.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna go first, yes?
So
Hello,
we've
open the
decided
door.
we're going down the mystery hole.
I feel like this is our version of Jar Jar Binks. Nibble is our Jar Jar Binks. He's just gonna lead us to this world of Herringons and gonna get us in a lot of trouble. But here's the thing, we have a horse, but then we also need to go somewhere very quickly. We're kind of on a time crunch. So do we want to go down this hole with Nibble? And spend the
Give
time?
me a survival check.
Survival. My survival is 1.
Man, you sure do know that you can cover big distances if you go in the Feywild and come out of a different Feywild portal. You do know that. You know that's a fact. And you don't know if this is going to lead you directly to another Feywild portal, but, you know, it might happen.
Helio steps in.
Oh, no. If he steps in, I'm stepping in after Helio, because I'm not letting him go by himself.
Wait,
Yeah.
can
Wait,
Vesper
can the
fit in
horse
the rabbit
fit?
hole?
Into the hole.
You like, everybody that's medium sized can fit, but you have to really shimmy to get in there. Like, it's a real shimmy. Larger than, say, I don't know, like, you get much bigger than, like, Vesper or Ava, you're gonna have to start, like, really, it takes a bit more than shimmying. Like, you're gonna have to get a shovel and you're gonna start, like, you know, getting in there.
Yeah, Liddy doesn't want to leave her new friend.
We could polymorph horse into a mouse and then have you carry it.
Hmm? Idea.
Liddy will ask the horse if he's okay with that.
The horse will nod, and will say, for convenience of being your new horse friend, it will be happy with that.
Okay.
All right.
Way too bad.
You guys are gonna go into the hole then?
Yeah, I'll turn into an animal that makes this easier. What'll I be? Be a bat.
A bat? Okay.
Because I was alerted that there are no fuzz. And we have found out that the fuzz are not rabbits, but also, he didn't seem to like when Liddy turned into a rabbit, so...
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go to a Harengon village, and I'll reveal my Feywild map 2 weeks from now.
Ah,
So, there you go. Hey, and then this is going to take us all the way. Let's take you guys to our fun map.
Boy,
of
I'm
the-
terrified about seeing how badly this party plays by Fey rules.
It's going to be very fun. This is going to take us...
Well, I mean,
Where
Helio
are
is
large?
directly from here, so
We're going to
No.
take you guys... I'm going to take you guys somewhere in Neverwinter Woods. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to take you guys yet, but I'm going to take you guys somewhere in Neverwinter Woods so that way we get you nice...
That like transports us
Ooh.
to there.
Yes. You guys are gonna do some fun Feywild adventuring. Just a little dabble, a little dibble dabble, and then the plan is to spit you guys out somewhere over here, so that way you guys are right within walking distance of your next major adventure. But all of that and more will happen 2 weeks from now.
and Vesper's from here, so
Yes.
we shouldn't have too much of a problem.
Oh, I'm sure nothing will. I'm sure nothing
Jack
will
is
go wrong.
also from here, so Jack will have easier access to his
Yeah.
crescent vision of the crescent moon resources.
And I'm just worried about Ava.
Yep. Ava and Liddy are the ones I was worried about.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
I think they'll both fit in fine. Honestly, I think that you guys are.
Should
are
we
pretty...
just be animals the whole time to make things easier?
Yeah, that way we can't
whole
speak.
time.
You can't speak, but can they speak to you? That's the real question.
Yes.
The answer is yes. They probably can speak to you, but
Honestly, I think Ava was not suspicious of just crawling into a random hole, as directed by Harengon. But he's probably not going to be happy once he finds out where it leads.
well, you guys will find that all out in 2 weeks' time, or I guess according to this timer in the chat, you'll find it out in
So I thought it was 3 weeks.
20 days, 500 hours, 30,000.
101.
Yeah.
Yeah,
125,600 minutes.
1,802,103 seconds. You'll find out where that leads, and all fun things.
Alrighty. Here we go.
Woohoo!
To the fairy wild. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Where is the rabbit in this tunnel? Where is he behind us all?
He'll
or
go
is
behind you
he-
guys.
Okay. 'Cause,
I thought you wanted him to lead us.
I kind of did.
He can lead you. I can change that. That's not.
I kind of did because, like, if he does any funny business, Helio's gonna totally, like, shove him away from her with immense force. if
Yes.
necessary.
All right. Well, gang, thanks for playing. I'll see you guys in